dressing all black like the homies.
Well, all right, that's...
Have your friends saying this is for my homies.
All right.
And you know me.
All right.
You know me.
What?
For making niggas so sick.
I know what it is.
With the Lex
first of all,
on the
who
wrist.
are you talking
If
to?
it's murder,
who are you talking to,
no,
though?
she
Who
wrote
are you
it.
talking to? Who you talking to?
You?
But I'm saying, like, who are you talking to? You doing Lil' Kim right? Like, who are you talking to?
German Ruger for the ass.
Wait.
Bitch,
All right. What do you...
Whoa, pause.
Whoa.
Can't say that line.
But what?
I'm sorry.
Who are you talking? I mean, you talking to, like, the Lil' Kim stan?
Yeah, sad stan because she was listening to Lil' Kim like at 7.
Well,
like full hardcore album, listening.
I fucking
engaging.
I fucking love that album.
Shout out to Lil' Kim for making my wife nasty.
I know that album backwards and forwards.
What was your favorite track on there?
Drugs.
Drugs?
Ladies and gents, what?
Go ahead. Ladies and gents.
No, why do you do this to me?
No, I'm just saying.
No, I think the problem is I think you using me as a show now.
No.
I spit a little bit of Luda, a couple episodes ago, and now it's like, oh, what else do you know? I know a lot. Don't try to tempt me.
That wasn't even when I was doing it. Was because we were dressed in black. So
I know, baby. I know.
The line came to mind.
I got it, but people that are listening don't understand.
You right.
So
You right.
I understand what it is, but man, don't expose me. Don't let everybody know my talents.
So were you a Foxy fan too?
I was. I mean, okay. Foxy was cool. Like, yeah, I like Foxy, but like, I know Lil' Kim better. I know a lot of things, man. Like, they don't need to know that side of me. They know too many sides of me. They ain't got to know everything. I know everything.
My bad.
Man, I'm itching though because I wanna. Like, Lil' Kim, are we there? Yeah. Okay.
Man. The writers of Billboards have put out like the top 10 female list, female rappers.
She not on it, is she?
Who, Lil' Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think
I don't
it's
think
now.
I saw her.
I think it's now.
Oh, okay. Because I saw it, and Sexy Red was number 2.
Number 2.
And
Nicki Minaj was number.
Am I old?
Why?
Am I?
Sexy Red is number 2.
But am I? Just answer the question like it's not related to what you just said.
Are you old?
Do you think like being realistic, not like trying to fuck with me? Am I old?
What is old?
I don't know, but like, do you think that we're considered old? I don't think we are, but just tell me. What do you think?
I know when I was in high school, if I met a late 30s person, a person in their late 30s.
You thought they was old?
I would think they were old.
Like, we've talked about this a lot, and I know we have listeners that are older.
Not old, but older.
I know we have listeners that are older. Like, it's not like, oh my God, I'm so old, I can't do anything. But like, I have to be. If Sexy Red is number 2, what am I doing?
Well, Cardi was number 7.
But you said of today, right?
Of today, yeah. Like, now.
I don't understand. I don't get. Are we just talking about like
now
hits or actual lyricists?
Now, I don't think that you can really equate lyricism in today's music for the most part.
Yes, you can. You can say
not in popular music.
You can say Nicki. Music. You can say Meg.
Nicki hasn't done a track with lyrics like real bars.
Wow,
and
baby,
I don't know how long.
This is at the top of the thing. They find. It's like they have a radar on who talks about Nicki.
Nicki used to drop.
Even if they've never heard our podcast, they're going to get an alert that we have just...
That's fine. Listen, I don't
agree.
I love Nicki.
I don't agree.
But I haven't heard a track from hers that was like, yo, them bars are sick in a very long time.
Well, I don't know anybody that's saying your bars are sick right now.
Well, that's what you would say if you're talking about lyricism.
In 2024,
those are the only people that's talking about lyricism. The people that say, yo, your bars are sick are the only ones talking about lyricism in 2024.
I don't know if it's... I think we have the years confused.
What you mean?
I don't know if they say your bars are sick in
2024.
Crazy. And this is what I'm talking about.
Wild.
I don't think we can talk to each other about shit.
Why?
Because I think we have aged out of cool shit.
Can you age out of cool?
Well, because they're all... you know what gets me? all the people that everyone looks up to, they're our age.
Right.
So like the Drakes, the Nickys, the like Meg and Cardi, they're all younger.
Right.
But like the people that you're like,
do even people look up to them nowadays? Like maybe maybe we are so removed that we don't even know who the kids look at as cool nowadays.
We do. There's a list right there. Sexy Red is number 2.
Yeah, man. Without an album out.
That's fine. No, I think she released it.
I wouldn't know.
Or it's about to.
I
don't know. Why would you make statements? I don't know anything.
I know she's released music, of course, but I don't think she's had like a full.
I just don't. And I don't want to be that person where everyone's like, "Oh my God, music." I'm not in tune. That don't grab me.
I get it.
That doesn't grab me. And I love some hood. I love shit like that. But that doesn't grab me to be like, I'm a super fan.
I get that.
I don't understand.
You know who I'm a super fan of? One of the new girls.
Oh, Glow.
Big Glow.
I just love her. I love her attitude. I think it's hilarious. I saw a tweet. I don't think I said it up here. I think I was telling somebody. But I saw a tweet where this girl said something about, oh my God, they didn't have enough emergency personnel at the concert because Glow turned around and her ass almost took out the whole front row. And Glow was like, oh my God, is everybody okay? I think she's so cute. I think she's hilarious.
I love Big Glow. And that's the thing. Like when I listen to Glow, I still feel relevant within the culture. But when
it's other shit where I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Not that I've gone past not understanding because I understand things aren't for me.
I'm embarrassed though because I think I've been here for a while because I like the Migos, but I don't get it. I didn't get.
You've been here. How long has your decline from cool been?
When everybody, they gonna hate me for this. I don't know. When everybody said that Future is like one of the top 5 rappers of all time. I don't know where I was at. I don't know where I was when that happened. I think I'm still there, wherever it is, because I don't understand at all. I just did. And you know what? The Future and Metro album came out. Both of them.
Yeah.
I listened to that.
Both?
I did. I know. I don't listen to the first one because I
think the second one was more your speed.
But
though.
I was like, I gotta find out. I gotta find out.
Did you find out?
I've listened to the mixtapes. I've done all the things.
Did you find out?
I don't know what I'm missing. I don't know what's not clicking for me.
I think that lifestyle has a lot to do with cool.
But when Future first came out,
forget Future.
We gotta start cool. There because I was around niggas that was doing that stuff.
Okay.
So I knew the stuff.
But you wasn't in the band,
but
though.
I wasn't like, oh my God, like I have to absolutely listen to. I never was like that.
So when do you think your decline from cool began?
I don't know.
How many years ago?
I don't know. I think that. So I don't know what it is. There could be things that make me cool, and I don't know. My daughter thinks I'm cool.
Yeah, she has to.
I know she doesn't.
True.
But she doesn't. At all. Doesn't. She said her friends think I'm cool. Like I don't even know why.
I think they're confusing pretty with cool.
No, they think
pretty
I'm cool.
and young looking with cool.
Well, that is nice of you to say, but I think I'm kind of cool.
They don't know you to think you're cool.
I'm fun to be around.
They've never been around you to think that you're cool.
She takes a lot of videos of me that I've just been finding out recently.
You're silly.
And
maybe that's cool to them. I think that's
cool to them. But like as far as like blending into society, I don't know if I don't know. We
were in a city, I forgot which one it was, and we were looking for places to go. No, I think it was in Cincinnati. We were in Cincinnati, and we were looking for places to go. And one of my friends hit me up and was like, yo, there's a 25 and up club. And I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to fit well into that crowd. Like, I'm aged out of 25 and up clubs.
Well, yeah, because that's an obvious thing. Like, right. It's 25 and up, I'm obviously.
But that 25 and up, that's an adult club.
But I'm talking about things that resonate.
Like adult music.
I'm talking about things that resonate with people, where people are like, oh, this is what the culture is. This is what we doing now.
Right.
This is what I think is cool. This is what I think is cute. This is what we doing. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm so in my bubble and comfortable with what I think is cool or whatever, or if I don't know. I don't get it. I know we spent a long time on this, but I don't get it. I don't get
the
it.
Statement.
And I've been around musicians my entire life. I know good music. I cannot. You know how somebody says something is so good, like you make yourself believe that shit is good.
But you know the funny part about what you're saying right now is I feel that our parents said the same thing.
Yes.
Even though when I was growing up, my mom was into hip hop. And my father, for the most part, he was into hip hop.
My cousin was my person. My cousin, she was a 80s hip hop head. Like, she been around, like, everything that she did
but cousins don't
around.
really count. I'm more about parents,
but she was like my sister, though.
But more like parents. Like sisters and all of those other aunts and uncles and all that, that's one thing. But when your parents, usually it's a thing of your parents' music is not your music and vice versa. And I think that in the 80s and 90s, parents' music was somehow meshing with our music. But now I think it's gone back to the time of the thing of our kids' music is not our music anymore.
No, but what's funny is that my mom, like, when I was born, was always listening to Anita Baker. Like, I came out the womb, Anita Baker, everything. I love R&B. I love old school R&B. I love soul music. I love shit like that. Whereas my daddy is old as fuck, and he was listening to, like, I don't know, the Supremes and shit. Like, he was so I had that forever. But my cousin grew up with me like almost like a sister. So I gravitated towards all that shit. Like, all my cousins it was Tupac. It was like shit like that. And then
But that's how it's supposed to be in a way.
But my parents
because you're
were
closer
never
in
like that.
age. Your parent like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, your parents' music usually isn't your music. You can appreciate it in ways, but it's still not your music. Nah, I'm talking about you turn on the popular station and you both can enjoy the music and you both know the music on the popular station.
We do.
Now?
Yeah, I think
Well, back then?
I'm about to say now I'm still listening to the same shit. That's the problem.
And that's how you know you are old. You just answered your question.
Because I'm listening to the same shit?
Yeah. You haven't progressed within the community.
I've been trying really hard because I want to go out and enjoy myself.
I can go out and enjoy myself. I don't have to. Hip hop, at least.
Do they say hip hop?
I don't know. Rap.
It just feels crazy to say it.
The music of the times.
Yes. Oh God. It didn't work.
Still have the DNA of the African beat that we are.
I know you're not about to do this. I'm not doing this at the top of the podcast. I'm not doing that.
And therefore, that is the through line. The beat is the through line.
No,
I think what's being said and how it's being said on tracks is not my thing.
My problem
the beats
is this. My problem is the beat.
You don't like the beats?
It's the same one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Yeah, that's old.
Okay, fine.
That's old. It is.
All right. Well, whatever. I don't give a fuck anymore.
And you shouldn't.
I'm just gonna stay here where I am.
Yeah, and it's fine.
It's
just
safe.
age gracefully.
I don't know if I'm doing that either. Honestly, I'm too stressed out to age gracefully. I think I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't need it. I don't need to Future or nothing like that. I don't think I need that to.
I don't need Future for my future.
Yeah, I don't need that to keep my day going. Like, I'm all right.
I get that.
Yeah.
Well,
I like the shit I like, but go ahead.
Nah. It's J-Rod.
Kristen Sivills.
And then we, the podcast, the fast growing podcast in Chicago.
What the fuck is that you just do?
Chi-Town.
No, that was, whoa. You sound like you was giving away prizes on Price is Right.
My bad. The prize is us.
I don't want that.
Chicago for the second week, actually. So shout out to them. Yeah.
I hope y'all come to the show.
Yeah, true that. We're going to be in Chicago this Saturday at the City Winery.
Yeah.
And in Cleveland at the Funny Bone on Sunday.
Yeah,
man. So that's
what
dope.
They tell us.
That's dope.
As of this recording, that's what they tell us.
Yeah, man. Hopefully it doesn't change. Hopefully it doesn't change. Get your tickets so it doesn't change.
Yeah. If you've been watching our Instagram lives, I've said enough. I've been complaining all week, so I'm going to try not to complain.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Yeah. How was your week?
Man, besides complaining, what happened?
We went
to St. Louis. And Louisville. Okay, that's what we did. Mm-hmm. It was a long ass week because we did a lot of driving. So we've been driving to our destinations. Mm-hmm. So we drove to St. Louis was first.
Yes.
Right? We did St. Louis City Winery. We stopped at a friend's house because it's a long fucking drive. Mm-hmm. We got to St. Louis. We had what did we eat? Like all of a sudden my days are like mixed in between each other.
We ate
bullshit
shit
all week. Like I felt like shit.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to the places that everyone mentioned, but it was like rainy and like gloomy. Mm-hmm. We went to Doc Crow's in St. Louis.
I wouldn't. Okay.
Is that where we went?
No, that was in Louisville.
Okay, let's start and
stay in St. Louis.
St. Louis. Where did we go?
We were at the City Winery.
I know, but
we didn't go anywhere to eat.
Everything's blending. I can't even remember the hotel, to be honest with you.
We literally got to the city and had about 3 hours until the call time.
Oh, yeah.
We went to the show, came back to the room, and left out the next morning.
Okay, that's why it's fucking with me.
Yeah.
But St. Louis was cool.
Yeah, man.
I didn't. It was cool. It was cool. The people that were there, everybody seemed to like be in it. They seemed to be people that
talking about the show.
Yeah. Fucked with the podcast. Found out that a lot of the people were there were the people that we were messaging personally to come to the show because they had no idea that we were fucking coming. Uh-huh. But it was a good time.
I had a great time.
I had a great time in St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's all I remember is having a great time. For some reason, it's like blocking out. Okay, wait. We got gifts in St. Louis.
Yes.
First of all, shout out to everybody that came. Again, we fucking love y'all. We told y'all that. If you came to the show, we told y'all that. We got
edibles.
Ooh. That came packed in a cooler.
Yes.
It was buffalo chicken dip, and they were 3 like Rice Krispie treat things, and they was thick as fuck. And as far as the buffalo chicken dip, I did not eat it. The reason I didn't eat it is because I don't want that shit to be delicious. You can't get a dip and say it's infused and that shit is delicious. Mm-hmm. Because when do you stop eating it? They don't say get like 3 chips worth, but also how much is 3 chips worth to you? I
feel like if anyone out there is trying to cut back on calories and, do dieting, the best thing to do is eat all infused food so that you can because you have to have self-control.
No, but you don't know when you're eating. It don't hit you like in seconds.
It's called self-control.
I don't think so.
You take a bite or two.
I don't have it, and buffalo chicken dip is always delicious.
Yes.
So I could not eat it. I really wanted to. I could not eat it. But yeah, we got those gifts.
That was it in St. Louis.
I thought there was something else.
No, you had something else in Louisville.
But we had a good time. So shout out to y'all in St. Louis. We'll be coming back. We fucking enjoyed y'all.
Yes.
Louisville 2 weeks ago had 5 tickets sold. Mm-hmm. If you're new,
that's not normal.
It's not normal. It's not being ungrateful. It's just not normal. But the shadow banning shit has been affecting all of our ticket sales. We've been telling y'all that. I'm not complaining. I'm not gonna complain. Whatever. After we started hitting up people personally on our social media, our socials and everything, we had over 100 people show up.
Yeah. Still not normal, but that was amazing.
But it was amazing. It was great. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah.
We had a lot of people that came that did not know why they were there, and they left having a great time.
Yeah, I like those crowds sometimes.
I love that because you got to prove yourself.
Exactly, and they're discovering something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's always a fun time when somebody is like newly discovering who you are.
Yeah.
And it almost puts to the test, is your product good like you say it is?
Yeah.
And I think we succeeded with proving our product.
In Louisville, we got there. We were on Whiskey Row.
Mm-hmm.
It was whiskey and bourbon everywhere. Everywhere you walked into had like a 5-page menu of whiskeys.
Even though, and my question on live was, I know that there's a bourbon row, but where's that cognac corner?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All
like
right.
where we at?
All right. Anyway, it was I did not have any. And I love bourbon and whiskey.
Which I'm proud of you.
I'm
proud of you about
6
that.
months with nothing.
Yeah, man.
I had a nice little mocktail. But you know what fucks me up with mocktails is that everybody doesn't know how to make them.
True.
Sometimes they think it's just everything but the liquor, but you have to balance that out. Sometimes it's too sweet, it's too sour, like they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
But at the club, they made you a really good mocktail.
At the club, they made me
shit was delicious.
A mule, like it was really good. But but we went to this place called Doc Crow's to eat. It was cool. It was cool. Our server was awesome.
He was amazing.
I really liked him.
He was better than the food.
Yeah, but I really liked him. But yeah, we went to Louisville. Everybody showed up. I got some candles.
Yes.
One was an old-fashioned candle with orange in it, and then the other one was just a bourbon candle. So I thought that was awesome.
We love candles and shrooms.
I've never done shrooms. Stop doing that.
My bad.
I love candles. If y'all don't know, I fucking love candles. I would have candles everywhere in this fucking house if we didn't have kids that were just reckless all the time. So we got to strategically place them, but whatever. So we got candles, and it was really, really cool. But we had a good time.
Really good time.
We had a good time. The sound man was awesome because we didn't have our DJ.
Yes.
And he was really cool. The staff there was really nice. That was our first time in Louisville.
They were. Some of them are probably listening right now. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, but I fucking loved them. They were great.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a good time, and then we came home. We came home and found out that Cleveland might be canceled. So right now we've been pushing Cleveland, but it's simply because people aren't seeing our shit. So right now,
I guess we don't have enough Cleveland listeners.
Yeah, but we do because we've been to Cleveland before. You just saying words. You know we do. We've been to Cleveland like 2 or 3 times, right?
Yeah, man.
So yeah, we found that out. So it's been a highs and lows kind of week. We've been doing a lot of fucking driving.
And we're going to continue that this weekend.
A lot of driving. So between that, having
the mountains.
Yeah, mountains too. Having amazing shows. And then coming back and still finding out, like, you still, they still blocking you. They still not seeing your shit. So, I don't know. But other than it being an emotional week for me specifically, I think it was okay.
Okay.
Is that everything that happened, right?
For you, yeah.
Came back, saw my babies. They were very excited to see me. I love that. And,
Word.
What about you? How was your week?
My week wasn't bad. I've decided not to let any of this shit stress me out no more. I'm done. I feel like the woman that says I'm all cried out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like
also Allure, great group.
Allure, definitely. Yeah, shout out to them. Featuring 112. We ain't forget about y'all. But no, I'm done.
Yeah.
Like I don't emotionally have any more worry in my heart.
So much more positive than I am.
I don't know if it's positivity. You know what I mean? I think it's more of a situation where I refuse to allow my life to be ran by things that I cannot control.
I understand that.
You know what I mean? Like I just can't anymore. So, my week was lighthearted for the most part, even though I learned this week, maybe today, I learned that you were correct. Mm-hmm. We were talking on Patreon.
I'm always correct.
A couple of episodes ago. You're not. I was talking on Patreon a couple of episodes ago. And you said to me that I don't know how to let people help.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been saying that.
And what I realized is that sometimes, half of the time, I don't want people to help because I hate asking for help because I hate what comes with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it always feels like something is coming with it. And also not only that, but like between yesterday and today, not only was I let down by people who were supposed to help, but I was made to feel less than because I needed help. So
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Something.
No, it's fine. You know, but I say all that to say that I understand who I am and I know why I am the way I am, and you know, I will figure shit out because I always do.
We have to bookmark that because I didn't know anything about that.
Don't worry about that. I'm not going to talk about it, so don't worry about it.
You're not going to talk about it if I ask you?
Nah, it's cool.
Why?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, I'll probably ask you again. Probably can ask you and get on your nerves because you know I want to know. I don't know why you would say shit like that. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, but other than that, the week was dope, man. The week was dope. And I am ready for summer.
I'm ready for summer too.
I think it's here though, because that weather out here is crazy.
I'm ready for your birthday, even though we have no plans.
I'm not ready for my birthday.
I'm ready for your birthday.
I'm not. My birthday now feels like that bill that you know is coming up.
Oh.
That you got to pay.
Okay. I get that.
That's what it feels like.
I get that.
It's
You
like,
want to slow down and be in your 30s a little bit longer.
Not even be in my 30s. I just don't want to get to 40 right now. Like, just because I have no idea. I have no idea how to celebrate it. And I don't know right now in my life what it signifies.
Another day.
Well, not just another day. It's another decade. It's another. It's another chapter.
So you know.
And I don't know what the beginning of this chapter is. I don't know.
Maybe it's not for you to know. Maybe it's for you to find out.
Yeah, but I feel like you should at least have an idea. You know what I mean? Like I have a lot of desires of what I want this chapter to be about. But you know, I don't really have the I don't know what it is yet. And my birthday is fast approaching.
Yeah.
Also, when it comes to 40. You know, it's scary as a black man thinking about 40 because of our mortality rates. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be, you know, my halfway point, nor do I want it to be my.
I mean, 80 is a pretty good time to live. What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, but I want to live a little longer than that. But given the black mortality rate.
You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. But given the black mortality rate in men,
because
there's a great chance that I don't even have another half of my life to live. You know what I mean? Like,
so you have to take care of yourself.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Okay.
So you know, so those things are in my mind. So it's just a lot that 40. You know, the idea of turning 40 isn't great. This is probably the first birthday where I'm not looking forward to at all in a long time. First birthday in a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, man. It's a lot, man.
I get it.
It's a lot, man. But let's not break you down emotionally anymore.
Yeah, that's kind of what's happening.
Let's pick this bitch up.
Don't. This might not pick it up, but.
What you mean?
It's a thing.
This has to pick the. All right, whatever. You ready?
Okay.
Favorite part?
Yeah.
Bitches love this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We are back with another top 6. And this week's top 6 is the top 6 objects you would talk to if you were high on shrooms.
You know how you get high on shrooms and they say things start talking back to you? Like, what would you want to have a conversation with? I think it's a good one. I know a lot of people are not going to understand. I personally have never taken shrooms, but I hear that if you trip, you start doing things, you know, stuff starts coming alive.
Here's the thing. I've taken shrooms plenty of times. I don't take shrooms to trip, though. I take shrooms for the other part of shrooms, if you microdose, and the feelings of euphoria and the mind opening aspect of taking shrooms. The tripping I'm not really trying to do, but I'm sure I'll do it at some point. You know, trip a little bit. And we were wondering what things would you talk to? What inanimate objects would you have a conversation with?
Random ass, like the way our mind operates.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious, especially because you are medicated and I'm not. So my mind just be everywhere.
Oh my gosh.
That's okay.
You got your list?
Yeah, I got a list.
Okay, cool. So, top 6 objects you would talk to if you were on shrooms. Number 6. Who goes first?
I don't know. I'll go first.
Okay.
I would talk to your hair.
My hair.
I would talk to this hair.
Okay, don't pull it out.
Let me see it. Why?
Don't pull it out.
Why?
Because it's a whole lot to put back in.
It's a whole lot. You're not putting it nowhere.
I'm putting it back in behind me, man.
I would talk to your locks.
Okay. Why would you talk to my locks?
Because, man, ain't no telling what kind of whole shit your locks could tell me. Things
that it's seen.
I know that there are things in there. There are people in there. Like, your hair can carry a lot of secrets. And I believe your hair got some secrets.
Okay.
Like, you got stories to tell, but I think your hair got a lot of stories to tell.
What do you think what kind of attitude do you think my hair would have?
What kind of attitude your hair would have?
Mm-hmm.
Some bougie shit.
So you think my hair
I think your hair would be tired.
Tired.
Weary. Weary. We've gone through so much. I just need to be let go. I'm tired. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know much about whole shit, but I feel like it could tire you out. Right? It's a lot of coming and going. A lot of coming and going. Ain't it? Ain't it though? Yeah.
Possibly.
I would want to talk to your locks. I would have a full conversation with the back of your head if I was on shrooms.
Okay. That's cool.
You sound like you scared. You don't want me to talk to them.
Nah, because they have hidden secrets, man.
I know. It's probably some pubic hair of somebody else is locked up in there.
I could imagine, so.
Yeah. It might be so, because, the stuff get wrapped up in there.
And you just
probably
put your hair
pubic
back.
hair in there. Probably some makeup locked in there.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
What?
There's probably some cum in there.
Possibly.
I thought it was lint. That's nasty. Ew.
Oh, man, these are the top 6 objects you would talk to if you were on shrooms. Number 5, a mirror. I would talk to a mirror for 2 reasons. One, because it sees so many people, it probably has a bunch of conversations to tell you about. And people usually talk to themselves in the mirror.
So but where would the mirror be? What mirror? Like in a house, at a store?
That's a good question.
Like what mirror?
I would pick the mirror in a oh man, this is gonna sound bad. In a changing room. Because they see the most of the different peoples. They see
Of course it would be some freaky shit.
I just want to know.
What store?
Oh, that's a good one. H&M.
Just a regular ass.
Yeah, everybody go.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. You like variety.
Yeah, man.
I appreciate that.
But also, I would like to talk to a mirror because my question would be, would the mirror talk itself or would my reflection speak the mirror's thoughts?
Okay, I don't want to do this with you.
Shrooms, baby.
I don't want to do. See, that's how I know I don't understand shrooms. I don't understand shrooms, and I don't understand the Migos. I don't understand nothing that they tell you're supposed to understand.
All right, number 4. What's up?
Ants. I would fuck with ants. I think we would be cool.
They're not objects. They're like insects.
I know, but you don't regularly just be chilling with ants. You don't just be kicking it and just be like, yo, what the fuck is up today?
Right.
Except for our son. Sometimes he be doing that shit. I seen him.
I've seen it.
But you don't just be like, yo, what's up? But I wonder, even on a quiet day for us, if their whole day is like, oh my God, run. If they band together.
Is that your ant impression?
Yeah, it's looking up in the sky and just, I don't know why it sounds almost like Bill Murray. It just sounds like a distressed white man. I don't know. I feel like they're like that every single day because it's hard to get out of the way of a big ass foot when you a little ass ant. So I just want to ask them, y'all doing all right? You think they got blood pressure? You think so? I just want to make sure they doing okay. They healthy. They breathing in and out,
You wouldn't want to know about their secrets to working together?
Not for real. I don't really care about that. I'm talking about survival. I'm worried about their survival. What can I do as a big person to help them stay healthy and just be free? You know? You ever seen an anthill? That shit could look kind of fun. It look kind of lit. If I was an ant and like all my people live in one house, it look kind of lit. It's like when I used to hang with my cousins when I was younger. They just got a lot of fucking cousins. You think ants be fucking? Do they fuck? Or they just...
I think they gotta fuck, right?
I don't know. Like, or are they so fragile?
And ants be fat, son.
No.
Ants got ass,
here's
for
the thing.
real.
Here's the thing, though. I'm going to talk about my thing, and you're going to talk about your thing. Because I'm not going to talk about my thing in that way.
You never seen an ant ass?
No, that's not really... When I look at ants...
Let me show you an ant ass.
No, I don't want to see an ant ass. I don't really...
You got to see an ant ass.
I mean, if we being honest and we just talking about shapes, I mean, they got a little waist.
Little waist, fat ass.
That's kind of crazy. I don't really want to do this with you.
Nah, I got you.
I'm okay. I'm okay with this.
I got you. Look at this.
If you put in ant ass,
I
then
ain't
that's
gonna
going
put
to
in
be
ant
crazy.
ass. Just put in the ant. Look at that ass. Look at that ass. Tell me.
Nah, it's kind of fat.
I'm telling you, son.
It's fat. It's fat, man. It's fat. Nah, it's fat. I'm gonna let y'all probably ain't never looked. It's fat. That is fat. But like, I just want to talk to them and see how they doing. So probably an ant.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. These are the top 6 objects you would talk to if you were on shrooms. Number 3 would be my car. I just want to know how it feels to have so many asses. Well, just 2 asses, but so many different asses.
I was about to say, how many asses you done had in that car?
Not many. It's just like a car. A car is like the grandfather that isn't appreciated, or the father that isn't appreciated. Because do we really appreciate our cars? They take us everywhere. They shield us from the elements. You know, they keep us cool.
Damn.
If it's cold,
Damn.
you know, if you have a good AC.
It's like a Father's Day analogy.
I'm telling you, son, like the car is the father of the objects that you have.
Wow.
Because we don't appreciate the car enough. We just put a little gas in it to make sure it's running and we out. Most people don't take care of the cars. And you know who do take care of cars? Fathers. Because they know how it feels to not be appreciated.
So if we being honest, you don't need shrooms. You probably be out there washing the car and be like, man, you doing all right
Yeah,
today?
man.
I know it's hot out here.
Hell yeah.
Want to make sure you was feeling good.
Hell yeah.
Spray a little water on you. You need anything?
Some people let their cars get written on by other people.
Yeah, man.
Like,
But
that's disrespectful.
I don't think so. I think that's actually being a parent, because sometimes I got markers on me too. So we just talking about parenting in general. The car is a great metaphor.
Yeah,
it's
man.
a great.
Listen, the car,
yeah.
yo.
Yeah, the mom is the house. Because they were all inside of me at one point. You too, but you know, in a different way. And I keep you, warm and comforted. I'm supplying you with your needs and shit.
And it's appreciated. Gets money every month.
Yeah, but so does a car. So, well, if you don't own it.
Yeah, but.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's appreciated because you like, I gotta have a house. Yeah. You don't gotta have a car.
True.
Some people don't gotta have a
daddy. Yeah. You get it.
And I don't see this is why we shouldn't be together for long periods of time, because I'm not supposed to act like this.
Yeah, man.
That's fucked up. Don't put that out on Father's Day.
Nah, that's out.
No, you
that
can't. It's Father's Day. I love y'all.
Ain't Father's Day next weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might save this until next weekend.
No.
Right? Yeah, man.
Oh my God, that's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this number 2?
Number 2, top 6 objects you would talk to if you were on shrooms.
All right. I was going through 2 of them.
Okay.
The first one is not my real answer, but I think I want to give it an honorable mention. My first one was plain bread. Because I told you the first time I got high, I had looked at bread for 45 minutes. And in that 45 minutes, I decided that I should have been talking to this nigga. Like, I shouldn't have just been staring. Like, I should have asked, how you doing? You forgotten up there, because there was also brioche. And you going to go to the brioche before you go to the plain white bread, and then it start to get moldy because it's just sitting up there boring as fuck. Don't nobody really want to fuck with it. But I think I decided that I want to talk to water.
You want to talk to water?
Yeah.
Explain.
Cause I think water got an attitude. I think water is a cocky bitch, if we be honest. Because like without water you can't survive.
Okay.
So I wonder if like water, if I'm trying to talk to water, first of all, they like, you know, you gotta take a number because I don't just talk to anybody. I got more things to do, like, you know, keep life going, you know? You know what I mean?
Fill the earth.
Like, I think water and God, they best friends because they like, you know what we do, you know how we do it. So I think I would want to talk to water because, like, you know, they got a hard job and it's water everywhere. It's more water on earth than land, right?
Yeah.
So, like, they probably look at me and be like, well, fuck you, how you think you could talk to me? And I just want to see how they feel about supplying the land like that.
Okay.
You got to have water everywhere. It's everywhere.
This is
Everybody got to have it. So, yeah, shrooms would be crazy if I could talk to water. Yeah. If I knew that was going to happen, I would definitely take them.
Wow.
Yeah.
Here goes the number one object I would want to talk to if I were on shrooms. That would have to be my children's stuffed animals.
I understand that.
2 reasons.
Yeah.
1, because at 6, our children are still talking to their stuffed animals, which isn't a problem.
I think you can.
So I want to know how good they are as conversationalists.
I don't.
They must be good because Cameron stayed up for like an hour talking to them last night.
Yeah, he had all his stuffed animals in a semicircle, and his brother was asleep, and
He was teaching a class.
he was talking about math. Mm-hmm. And I said, he's definitely teaching them. But I was also like, they stuffed animals, so they can't blink. So they just gotta listen to this dude all night talk about math. I know they in there like, God, come on. 1 + 1 is 2. We understand.
I wonder how he ended his class.
And he was like, okay, good night. Probably.
The other reason I would want to talk to my children's stuffed animals is so I can know what shit talk they do about us.
No, I think that the twins do that to themselves. I think they talk to each other.
You know, then they talk to the animals about it too?
I think they definitely talk about us to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't need the stuffed animals. I think they
but the stuffed animals come in handy.
Yeah.
Like, because what I think they probably know is one of them might tell, and it would be Cameron to tell. Stuffed animals can't say shit.
They can't say shit, so they can just go in there, close the door, be like, fuck these niggas, and then come out.
What'd he say?
Yeah.
What'd he say?
That's so dumb. But yeah, sure. Cool. Okay.
That right there was our top 6 objects you would talk to if you were on shrooms. And we do the top 6 each and every week. If you have an idea for a top 6 for us, or you want to comment on these ones, leave it in the comments below. Or if you're listening, you know, put it in the, those comment things.
The comment thing?
Yeah, you know, when it asks, you know, ratings and shit like that, you can rate the podcast. And
oh, yeah. Make sure you review and rate the podcast.
Yeah, the reviews. There we go.
Reviews. The reviews. That's great. Okay.
All right, let's move on to question of the day.
What was the question of the day?
It was a throwback question, but I felt like it was a good time to bring it up. What's your number one fantasy? And it doesn't have to be nasty. Just a fantasy of yours. Stop moaning like that.
I'm sorry. That's not my real moan. You know that. You know that ain't my real moan. My number one fantasy would be probably unlimited money at this point.
Unlimited money. Okay.
And not necessarily to be, you know, Liberace or no shit like that.
Why Liberace? Why did you go there?
Isn't that the one that he got all the stuff?
Yeah. But,
not like that. Because it made a point. Why are you questioning me?
I was just asking.
But like, just always have it. I just always have it for little things, just anything, just, you know, unlimited money. Or
okay,
a full day, no kids, no housework, no cooking, and probably a massage in that. But just nothing. I don't have to do shit. Ain't nobody calling me for shit. I don't have to work. I don't have to nothing. Nothing. Just a day where I am being catered to instead of me catering to everybody else.
Okay, mother.
Yeah, I need one of those. I mean, that's going to be a common one.
I'm sure.
That's going to be a common one. But yeah, a full day of me with no obligations, just relaxing and shit is brought to me. Yeah.
Okay.
What about you?
Fantasy, number one fantasy.
Ain't no orgy, but go ahead. That was an honorable mention.
Well, it's weird because my fantasy was unlocked over the weekend. So if you want to hear about that, you can go to our Patreon. We talk about that extensively on the Patreon.
Oh God.
But if that wasn't it, then I think my fantasy would probably be damn.
You wrote the question. You don't know your answer?
Because I've fulfilled so many fantasies, so it's hard.
It doesn't have to be nasty again.
Yeah, but
yours is gonna be nasty.
it's probably going to be nasty.
All right.
I've never participated in an orgy, so I think that's a fantasy. Orgy, definitely.
That's the number one?
Yeah, because everything else I feel like is still possibly obtainable.
Like what?
Everything else.
What is everything else? Name something.
Anything dealing with money. Like, honestly, I just feel like money is everyone's want and desire.
Yeah. That's why it's number one.
You know what I mean? But it's not a number one for me because money can only do but so many things. And once those things are taken care of, then you realize what life really is.
No, I know what life is right now. And I know that the things that I need help with involve money.
No, I get that. I get.
I'm very well. I've lived.
No,
if that means anything.
But it's a difference. It's a different thing to live without the thought of your.
Which is why having unlimited money is great, because then you can concentrate on the other things that you enjoy so much.
Yeah, and I think that's where your fantasy should stem from, not from the money part.
No, I still enjoy things. I'm used to being broke.
Well, no, like if you had all of the money, what would your fantasy be at that point?
Just not having to stress about things. The most
money takes care of that.
I understand that there are other things to stress about, but the way that I've come out of a lot of stress, I know how to handle regular stress. I've had to develop it because I used to stress out and spiral and all this other shit. I know how to cope with a lot of stress. Majority of my stress comes from money.
Yeah, so if money was supplied, what would be that fantasy?
I think it would be unlocked. I would be as stress-free as I could be.
So you don't think there would be any other fantasy for you?
Probably be another day of just nobody asking me to do shit.
Oh my gosh.
And just being catered to. I haven't had a day where I'm just catered to. And nobody is asking me for shit? Are you telling me I'm lying? What day is that? Nobody's asking me for shit. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to do, and when I say work, it's podcasting or shows or videos or anything like that. And not saying I don't love those things, but a day where I don't even feel like I gotta almost do something.
I get that. I guess I get that. I don't know.
Yeah. You like doing shit.
Yeah.
And I like doing shit too, but some days I don't want to do shit. So there's that.
Like I feel like, and we'll get to your answers in a second. I feel like even on the days that start out like, oh, I don't have to do shit, I get bored really easily. And, there's only so much TV I can watch in a day. There's only so much I can lay down in a day.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be laying down. Like, if I choose to get up and go somewhere, I can do that without the feeling of I got to come back to my house being dirty or my kids needing something or to get packed to go somewhere, to go work. Like, I can make those decisions without anything that is gonna make me second guess if I can do that or not.
Okay.
I don't know if I explain it right, but I know what I mean.
Yeah, I know, and that's okay. All that matters. Yeah. All right, so let's go into your answers. What's your number one fantasy? Doesn't have to be nasty. So let's start with a nasty one. An over-the-water hut in the Caribbean, getting an open-air naked massage.
Oh, that's nice.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never been to an island, so I don't know. To have peace and understanding in my marriage. Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, yeah.
That's
okay,
deep.
that's deep.
That's deep.
Head from 2 girls, I wouldn't last long, but that 20 seconds is gonna be phenomenal.
Nah, brother, you gotta last long. So you can, cause the 20 seconds, you're not even gonna be able to experience it for real. You gotta last at least 5 minutes. And then you realize that fantasy has been unlocked.
Oh my God. What's your number one fantasy? Sex on the balcony. Done that. To have sex with a non-human creature like a vampire or werewolf. I watch too much hentai porn. Hentai or hentai porn?
I think it's hentai.
Okay.
But I could
Vampire
be
or a
wrong.
werewolf? Okay. I thought you was gonna say something like dogs or something. I was gonna call the people. Having an empty nest. Ooh, that's sexy.
Yeah.
To successfully navigate this adulting shit, because life be whooping my ass some days. A threesome with my wife. Female, male, female, and male, female, male.
Damn right. He want to see her taken advantage of. I love it.
This is the weird way you say it. What is your number one fantasy? To suck the tsunami out my girl's pussy while she rides my face in Fiji on a glass floor cabin.
Damn.
That's very specific.
That you've thought about that many of times.
More than once, yes. Hitting the lottery, changing my name, and running the fuck away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could see that. I would run away with y'all, but I could definitely see that.
Yeah. Someone said, what's your number one fantasy for y'all to come back to Cali?
That's fantasy of ours too.
Yeah. Head on the plane. But you can't where?
You can.
Where?
Right there in the seats.
You can't give a head on the plane.
Yes, you can.
Somebody can see you giving a head. I
No,
can
they
see
can't.
a hand job, but head?
Hand job and head is the same thing.
It's not. Your head goes down. Your head doesn't have to go down for a hand job.
You could be like you laying down.
Nah. You can see your head moving up and down.
See, that's how I know your head skills can rise a little bit more.
Your head is not supposed to go up and down?
It can go up and down. Hell yeah. That's a motion. Or you can suck within the parameters of the dick in your mouth.
Okay.
So you're not really moving too
But what
much.
if you start moving my head up and down because it's not doing what you wanted to do? You can't do that on a plane.
Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
You put my dick, in your mouth. Fantasy unlocked.
Oh, that's it.
Ain't no nut. I don't give a fuck.
Okay. It's just the fact that it happened.
Put it in your mouth.
Okay. What's your number one fantasy? Have sex on a boat deck on vacation.
Okay.
I've wanted to have sex on a boat.
Not me.
No?
Not at all. I'm afraid of falling.
Well,
Like,
how
it's
little
so-
is the
it-
boat?
I don't know.
You talking about canoe? I didn't say
Nah,
that.
man, nah. It's just so weird. Like me and boats. Like I love being on a boat, and at the same time, I am terrified of being on boats.
Okay, I understand
It's
that.
a weird thing for me.
Yeah. For my wife to give me a threesome, girl, boy only. I'm not into the other way. Okay, well, we understood that from what you said. To be completely worry-free. And that stems from my fantasy. What is, there it is. There's one. Go get a massage or a wax and they just start eating me out on the table.
That is a happy ending, ma'am.
Yeah, but I've never had one.
A happy ending?
I love massage porn.
So do I, actually.
I like the build, because I love a story in my porn. I love a story. So I love the build up and the getting anxious and then all of a sudden you fucking. But it's like you ain't know you was gonna fuck. You was just getting a massage and it was like, ooh.
So you want to go?
What is
You want
that?
to go to a?
I've
massage
always
parlor?
wanted to go to one. I don't know where they are.
I can tell you.
I've tried to give you massages. You're just not good at massages because
Not
they
at all.
only last a couple of minutes.
Not
but
at
I
all.
want you to do like I want you to build it up. Not automatically just be like, I'm massaging pussy today. I want you to do arms. I want you to do all of the things.
Yeah, but it still ain't gonna last long. I do all of that. It just don't last long. Rub your arms a little bit, rub your back a little bit, rub your butt a little bit,
like,
rub your legs a little bit to the
just
pussy.
All it is like just do it a little longer. Like just do it a little long. Like oh my God, I love that build up. I've always wanted to find one that does it because you don't want to fucking do it.
I don't.
You don't think you could try? Come on now. You a team player. You like sex. Why you can't build up? You know you're going to get sex at the end. Just build it up. Do the full body massage. Oil.
Here's the thing. I don't do well multitasking. I have to multitask either giving a good massage with arousal. And if I'm giving a good massage, I'm not aroused because I'm focused on the job at hand. Massage. Exactly.
Well, why don't you start off doing it business-like and then like set a timer?
That's what I do.
And then at the timer, be like, okay, now I can start.
Because by then I'm just like, okay, well, massage done.
Oh, that's whack.
I'm sorry.
I've always wanted one. I want one. If you can't give me one, you gotta find me somebody that can give me one. I want one.
I can do that.
You're not gonna do it. I would love that. You can make up for Mother's Day with that.
Find somebody to give you just a regular massage and then eat you out.
Well, like what is it called?
Erotic massage.
Yeah, I want to do one of those.
I'm gonna ask who gives erotic massages.
Oh my God! Then they're gonna think it's for you. Don't ask for me. Just let the listeners know. Don't let everybody outside of the listeners know. God, the listeners know me. They don't know. They're going to be like, oh, so you, shut up. You don't listen to a full episode. I have a couple of people that
might be able to.
You don't listen to a full episode. Leave me the fuck alone. But that would be great. What is your number one fantasy? Being the little spoon for once. Oh, I love it. I love it.
I'm not with it. What's your number one fantasy? Sex with a pregnant woman. I get it, sir. Oh, and I'm going to tell you, it deserves to be a fantasy.
All right.
It is deserving of fantasy vibes. I was on this one app and this girl was up there pregnant and shit talking about she just want to have a good time before she dropped this baby.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that just seems a little bit too out there, man.
That's a lot. And I like a lot of shit.
Yeah.
But that's a lot.
Yeah. Nah, it got to be, it just got to happen.
Here I am thinking
that was on the same page.
I thought for once we understood what was happening.
Nah, fam.
And then you just take that little
turn.
Fam. I win the mega Powerball for billions, and I kickstart owning white people, not Jim Crow, Jim Brown.
What?
What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yo. Sounds like slavery, sir. That's not good. What else? A family of my own. That's cute.
To be grocery shopping. Ooh. What's my number one fantasy? To go grocery shopping and get everything I need and want without checking my budget.
Got that. To meet Lisa Ray. That's a fantasy.
Okay.
I'm with it. Mm-hmm. I'm with it. Lisa Ray. Mm-hmm. I still love Lisa Ray, but something happened when she became a talking head on those shows. And I was like, nah, man, that ain't the Lisa Ray I wanted. I wanted Lisa Ray with a little snap and that attitude and, Players Club, but it was still whatever.
She older now, right?
Yeah, but that attitude don't go away.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
To live my life working for myself forever and to have it never feel like work.
Aw.
Yeah.
Somebody said to swing.
Okay.
And I was like, I wonder if it's in the park or swinging, because I'm down for both of those being a fantasy.
I hate you. What is your number one fantasy?
You. Who the fuck is that?
I don't know.
I think it had to be talking about you, not me.
Probably not. Having my wife show up to my office with a trench coat on and nothing underneath.
That trench coat, nothing underneath is.
What is your number one fantasy? To be a housewife.
Okay.
I don't want to do shit. I get it. Here I go. Clean house to myself with wine, food, and a good movie. No kids or her dad.
Okay.
That's where I'm at. what does it say? Having a happy, healthy marriage one day, to have the laughter in a relationship like you and the wife. Aw.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
I mean, we also, disagree, but I guess that's cool.
Sex in the Rain, R&B music. I love it.
I just want to make sure I got braids if I'm doing that.
Oh my God, Sex in the Rain?
With braids. Not taking this fro in there. I'm not doing that shit.
Oh man, that's dope
with
right
braids.
there.
Honestly, just a hug, hard as hell. Wake me up with her vagina wet in my face. Well, that's your fantasy, okay? Okay.
Why you can't do that?
Because you have a sleep apnea mask.
Good answer.
And
All
that
right.
is, yeah. Can't have no vagina juice dripping in with the distilled water. Distilled water. What does it say? Having sex on a landing strip. Whoa.
Okay.
Oh. What's your number one fantasy? The threesome my wife ain't ever gonna give me because I ain't ever gonna ask.
Oh shit. Nah, ask, bro. You never know what she say.
Scroll up a little bit. To come home and everything that I was thinking about doing around the house is already done. Oh my God.
Here go mine.
Unlock it.
Here go mine.
What?
To have my student loans paid off. Yes, to the Lord.
Never heard of her. What is your number one fantasy? To start my own financial successful business for at-risk youth.
That's dope. Couple
Okay.
more. What is your fantasy? Your number one fantasy? Sexual threesome with two men. Closest I got was a dude and a stud. Okay. In general, to be financially stable and far away from my family for once.
Oh damn. Ooh. What is your number one fantasy? A threesome, but really it's more romantic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What happened? Having sex in the car in the rain while on the way to a date.
Done that.
What?
Done that.
What do you mean you've done that?
Had sex in the car in the rain.
On the way somewhere?
Not on the way
someone
somewhere.
was driving?
On the way to Pound Town.
Stop saying Pound Town, for real.
Why can't I say Pound Town?
You gotta stop doing that. Hold on. Oh, what is your number one fantasy? I'd love a threesome with my husband and an ex. Man, I would have the best of both worlds. I know there's not a chance in hell of that happening, but I can dream, can't I? My fantasy is that my young black men can live in a society where the first impression of them is based on their skin color. Okay.
Isn't based off their skin color.
Yeah.
Right?
Isn't based off the to fill my passport with stamps. That's what someone said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That's a good one. What's your number one fantasy? More gagging, less nagging.
Less Lord.
Okay. All right. Getting a full slice of cheese on a filet of fish.
That's funny. That is funny.
I come home and my wife and son let me watch the game in peace.
You know?
Whatever, y'all. What's your number one fantasy? Pam Grier and Sanaa Lathan butt naked on my Powerball winnings.
That's a great one.
That's funny. For my husband to actually have enough nerve to do to me whatever he dreams about in his fantasies and in our intimate life and not be afraid to try different things to keep the relationship exciting. Our relationship is enough to let your dreams and your fantasies become true. Trust our relationship enough. Well, that's all about communication.
That was a big one.
All about communication. What is your number one fantasy? The ability to fly. I would love that shit.
I didn't even think about superpowers.
I didn't think about superpowers. I would walk through walls to get to restaurants.
What?
You know, I love food.
I would mind read.
Be like, there's a wait. Okay.
I would be a mind reader, man.
Be right up in that kitchen.
I can't with you.
Oh, there's a wait. Oh, okay.
Get out with you.
Oh,
man.
wait. Number one fantasy: tie me up, do what you like. I don't like being tied up. I like to have control. I don't like being tied up.
You don't trust me?
I'm also very ticklish, so it's no telling what you're gonna do that might make me ticklish. I don't trust you.
Gosh.
3 or 4 where I'm the only woman and they all want to caress me. No gangbang, no train, but they are literally making love to me. It was a fantasy of mine ever since Monique's Dream and Fat Girls.
So, what is a train in comparison to a foursome with all men and one woman?
I think a train is like, isn't that one at a time?
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure a train is like one at a time, back to back.
Is that like the definition, basically?
I think that's what it is. That's the only thing I could. I mean, if you're thinking about an actual train.
So what about if the girl, one guy's hitting it from the back? It's like four guys. One guy's hitting it from the back. Another guy gets head. And then like they switch and then they leave off. And then the other guy comes in and does something. And, you know what I mean? Like,
I guess it's kind of like a train. I don't know.
Is that a train or?
I've never had a train, baby. You just keep asking me.
No,
You was in a train.
I wasn't.
You was in a train.
I wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
I was around it.
You was a conductor.
No.
You was in the train. Choo choo.
I loved her.
All aboard the
loved
choo
her.
choo train. You would. You would.
This was funny.
Threesome with T-Pain and Neo.
I don't even understand.
That sounds like a loud threesome.
They competing, but the vocals though.
Yeah, man. Imagine T-Pain having sex on autotune. That shit's crazy. That's wild.
Oh.
A room full of butt naked female midgets. You can't say midgets anymore.
Small people.
Small people. Little people. Okay. Cool. A room full. What kind of room is this?
I don't know. A dungeon.
Yeah. All right. Well, those were cool.
Yeah, those are cool, man.
Those were okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Do the question of the day each and every week. Yeah, and all you got to do is when you see it on our socials, put your answer up
Just
there.
answer, and we'll probably read some of them on the podcast.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's take care of some business real quick.
All right, y'all.
Hold on.
I'm actually I'm gonna give excitement today. What's happening right now?
I'm sorry. I
Yeah.
totally forgot
Okay.
about
So we are on tour, guys. I think y'all noticed by now. And if you are following us on social media, then maybe you don't. We're on tour. This weekend, we're going to June 8th, which is Saturday, right? We're going to be in Chicago at City Winery. There were 2 shows. I think last time we announced that there were 2 shows, but now there's only one because they canceled one. So the 6 p.m. show is still going on. Yes, we completely know that fucking Chris Brown is going to be in Chicago because that's all everybody keep telling us is, y'all going to be here at the same time as Chris Brown. And I just feel like it's not the same audience, but I don't really know. I don't know what happens, but Chris Brown's going to be in Chicago. I get it. But June 8th, we are going to be in Chicago at the City Winery. There's still tickets left. Make sure you get those tickets and those meet and greets because you know we love meeting y'all. And we fucking love Chicago. Every time we come to Chicago, we have a ball. The very next day, June 9th, on Sunday, we're going to be in Cleveland, Ohio at the Funny Bone. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP, okay? Every time we come to Cleveland, we have a good time. I do like that club. It's on the water. It's a whole thing. It's a good time. June 21st, we're going to be in Pittsburgh at the City Winery. I don't know why I was going to say Pittsburgh, Ohio, because that is not a thing. We're going to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. To the people that were asking about Philly, we've been to Philly already. But we're going to be in Pittsburgh. Y'all, listen, I'm trying to say these dates, but he is crawling around on the floor trying to reach stuff, so he's not in the camera, and it's just distracting me. But, okay, June 21st, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania at the City Winery. Make sure you get your tickets. June 23rd, 2 days later, we're going to be in Detroit at the Detroit House of Comedy. I believe the last time that we were up here, we said there were 2 shows, and they have also canceled one of the shows. So, which is incredible. I'm telling y'all, when we go to Chicago and Detroit, we're usually selling out both shows, but shadow banning, whatever. Just get the tickets. We love coming to Detroit. We want to see y'all. My uncle live out there, so I'm going anyway. July 5th, New York City. We're going to be at the City Winery. Last time we were there, we sold it out. It is 4th of July weekend. It's a whole thing. I know there's going to be a whole bunch of shit going on in the city, but make sure you're at the City Winery. It's going to be a good time. July 21st, we're going to be in Miami at the Improv. It's kind of going to be like a pre-birthday thing for him, I guess, because it is a couple days before his birthday. About 9 days before his birthday. So we're and last time we were there for my birthday. So July 21st, Miami Improv. July 25th, we're going to be in Hartford, Connecticut at the Funny Bone. July 25th. July 26th, we're going to be in Boston at the City Winery. This will be our second time in Boston. And I'm looking forward to it. August 14th, Houston, Texas. We're going to be at the Improv. Last time we were in Houston, we sold it out. We had such a good time. It took us so long to get to Houston last time. So we're back. August 14th at the Houston Improv. The very next day, August 15th, we're going to be in Dallas, Texas at the Addison Improv. Last time we were at Texas Theater. This time we're at the Addison Improv in Dallas, Texas. August 17th, a couple days later, we're going to be in Atlanta at the City Winery. As of now, as of this recording, there are 2 shows in Atlanta. So make sure you get your tickets ASAP so they know y'all coming and they don't cancel that second show. August 18th, we're going to be in Nashville at Zanies. And I love Nashville. This time we might actually go out. I think last time we didn't. But this time we might actually do it. So June 8th, Chicago City Winery, 1 show. June 9th, Cleveland Funny Bone. June 21st, Pittsburgh City Winery. June 23rd, Detroit House of Comedy. It's only 1 show now. July 5th, New York City at the City Winery. July 21st, Miami at the Miami Improv. July 25th, Hartford, Connecticut at the Funny Bone. July 26th, Boston at the City Winery. August 14th, Houston at the Improv. August 15th, Dallas at the Addison Improv. August 17th, Atlanta at the City Winery. August 18th, Nashville at Zanies. Make sure you get your tickets ASAP. They are on, and then we had sex.com. They're on the Instagram and the link tree. They're on the venues websites. They're all over the place. Just put in, get your tickets. But we want to see y'all. We're excited. Make sure you also join the Patreon. We've been uploading new stuff. The last Patreon we did was yesterday, and it's nasty, but it's but it's a good episode. But make sure that follow the TikToks, the Instagrams, the YouTube, all that stuff, and then we pod and Facebooks. So yeah, there we go. All of the things. Make sure you get your tickets. All of the things.
You know how I know you don't look at the YouTube video?
What?
Because I do that part so I can put up graphics and all that.
Oh, you can say it again if you
want
want
I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
Just wanted to let you know.
That's fine.
Stepping on my toes.
But I don't want to look at myself.
I have an update. Unfortunately, the Cleveland Funny Bone has been canceled. The June 9th show in Cleveland has been canceled.
That is hilarious.
Yes, so don't worry about that date.
So fun. Let me also let
the world know.
Literally somebody that was working hard for me.
Yeah.
To promote.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Okay, cool.
But that just lets you know how important it is to get your tickets early, so that they know that people are going to be in the building, and yeah.
Man, that is, y'all. I'm trying not to complain. But to go from selling out shows, to getting shadow banned and not having the same outreach and people just not knowing that you're coming, it's a lot. It's a fucking lot. It is a lot. Like, it is. It's a lot. And if we're being completely honest, I wanted to cancel. I wanted to just cancel the whole tour because we leave our kids for this. And we come out and do shows. And before, it was great. We were doing shows. We get to meet everybody. We get to have fun on stage. It's a whole thing. And I hate leaving my kids. If you know anything about me, I hate leaving my kids. They get on my nerves, but I hate leaving them, leaving another state and going away from my children. But for this to keep happening, I'm very close to wanting to cancel the whole thing just because we have to figure out what the fuck is going on. We've talked to everybody, to Meta, to all the things, and it's I don't know. I have no idea. I could see if maybe we did some wild shit and we got quote unquote canceled or whatever. It's literally the same stuff. We're doing the same thing we've been doing. Nothing has happened.
Actually, we cleaned it up a little bit.
We cleaned it up. Nothing has happened. Nobody
Hates us.
We ain't pissed nobody off. They don't hate us for any reason. Like, none of that shit has happened. It's literally no one seeing our stuff like they were before. And it is fucking frustrating.
Yes. But like she said, if we're not coming to your city or, and you still want to support, you can always join the Patreon. The Patreon is at And Then We on Patreon. Go ahead, join. We have a bunch of different videos up there. There's more extra content each week for you to, stay abreast of what we're doing. It's raw, it's uncut, it's unfiltered, much like the podcast, but a little different because there are things up there that we would say that we would never say on the podcast anymore.
Yeah.
So join that Patreon. Also, like she said, the socials still important, even though they're doing what they do. It's just a way to stay abreast of what's happening real time, and put on your notifications on the socials. We're on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. All at And Then We Pod. That's what it is for that. It was something else I wanted to say. And there's still some merch available. We have some merch, and that's another way that you can support us by purchasing some merch, man. We just got some shirts, you know what I mean? But you could go ahead and purchase that at andthenwehadsex.com. That's also where you can get your tickets from if you want to come to a show. Hopefully you do come to a show because we love meeting y'all, as she said. Let's get into some topics.
Okay. Go ahead. Give us some topics.
This one was interesting, man. I'm gonna play it without.
If you go down there, you out.
See, I can't even. That's crazy.
No, it's not crazy.
Yeah, she's in the hospital right now.
And while we talking, she probably already did.
Okay, so let me.
So
I'll go and check.
No.
What?
You're not going down there. I'm not sure what else I need to say, but you need to hear me clearly. You go down there, we gonna have a problem.
See?
It ain't nothing about me being insecure. Insecure for what?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, insecure for
It's a
what?
hospital.
I got the man.
It's a hospital.
It's what they got to do with it. Tell me why you need to go down there. Give me one good reason.
I mean, that's my first love. We done been through thick and thin. I'm
So-
the same way how I'm going with
So you keep saying that this is your first love. So you still in love with her?
I'm not saying that. But
You
know that-
still in love with
you know
this?
that. See, now you're overthinking. That's not you thinking too deep. That's not even.
I'm overthinking.
That's not how that
You
goes.
still in love with this girl?
That's not how that goes.
That's
You-
crazy. So what, you got an insurance policy or something I don't know about?
This is dumb.
You see how you sound right now?
No, I'm just trying to figure out what's the
You see how you sound
incentive.
right now?
What's the incentive?
That's crazy. I just can't go talk to him one last time.
Okay, that's
She
enough.
is probably already dead, I'm telling you.
So
I feel like that was a skit because why is she recording herself telling her husband he can't go see his dying ex?
I don't know. It might be a skit,
It's
but
probably a skit.
I don't know. Is that a problem though to you?
What, that it's a skit?
No.
Oh, no, I don't. I told you I don't care about that.
Really?
I mean, that sounds really mean because they are quote unquote dying.
Yeah.
But no, I wouldn't care if you went. They're dying. Why would I?
So if my ex was dying, you cool with me going to see them?
Yeah, I just don't know any ex that you like enough that you would go see if
That's
they were
not
dying.
true. I got plenty of exes that I like enough to see them if they were dying.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
How much do you like them? You like them like a lot?
What you mean?
Why do you like them?
Because they were good. They were good people,
Oh, okay.
and probably good to me.
Yeah, that means you were terrible to them if they were good
That
people.
no.
That's on brand for you. That checks out. If they were
No.
great people, then you were a fucking asshole.
No, that is not true, man. I wasn't mean or bad to everyone that I ever dealt with.
Probably to the good ones, though.
No,
Okay.
they were all good for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, like right in my head right now, 1, 2, 3. I can only remember 3, 4.
That you weren't bad to?
But that person wouldn't want to see me. So
Yeah.
Four definitely.
Okay, well,
There are
that's
four
nice.
definitely that
That's higher than I thought.
if their significant other was okay with it, if they were okay with it, I would love to see them before they died.
Okay, you're not a bad person. I'm going off a reputation, so that's the only thing. But yeah, okay. I just don't have a problem with it. Why?
Why do you think people have a problem with it?
Because it's an ex. People are sensitive about exes or people that they feel are taking up their space. I'm just not. I probably used to be there. I used to be there. If you listen to the early episodes, I was definitely there, but I'm not there anymore. I don't think even then when I was there, I would care about you going to see someone that was dying.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a terrible person.
Okay.
If there was a threat to my relationship, that's different.
But they dead, they dying, so it ain't no threat.
I didn't want to say it like that, but yeah. Yeah, so I wouldn't know. I mean, you want to go see them, they're leaving this earth. Yeah,
Right.
you can go see them. That's
Okay.
so dumb.
Okay.
She said jealous for what? That's definitely a skit. Because what are you talking about? I'm sorry. That irritated me. I'm trying to get out of my irritation. I'm already irritated about Cleveland. So let's go. Come on. What's next?
You put this in here. Divorce registries. People increasingly ask for gifts after marriage breakups. Huh. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you could get gifts after marriage breakups.
They're doing like registries. You know what? The sensible reason in my head is because maybe you're starting over.
Okay.
You have to move into a new place. Maybe y'all have to split stuff and you don't have all the things. So that's why you're doing a registry.
What about just a celebration? It's like
But there's also that because people have divorce parties.
Right.
So if you're having a divorce party in a registry, like that's some wild shit. But I mean, it's smart, but that's the sensible reason is like, I don't have all my shit. I'm getting a divorce. But maybe, I don't know if people are just getting them to make themselves feel better. Like,
Right.
I don't know what you put on a divorce. If you don't have like house stuff or appliances or shit like that on your divorce registry, I'm not buying none of that shit. Like, if you got like clothes and makeup and a new wig to start a new life or some shit like that, I'm not buying that.
Why not? You might need a new wig to start a new
Some
life.
candles. Bitch, I'm not buying no candles.
Yo,
I'm not doing that.
I need to set the ambiance in my new house.
You got to go buy that. But you got to buy ambience. I'm trying to buy survival. I will help you survive, but I'm not. No, you want to live comfortably and have a soft girl life. You can do that shit by yourself. I'm not.
Why? Wait. You're just speaking on women, though.
I'm
Men,
You think men have divorce parties?
I would. I would
Really?
100% have a divorce party.
And what will be your reasoning?
Because we over. It's done.
Would
This
you be
stress
happy
is
that
out of
we
my
were?
life.
So, what if you didn't want the relationship to end? What if it wasn't your choice to get a divorce? You're gonna celebrate it?
I still have to.
Why?
You let everybody know I'm back on the market, baby.
But what if you're not ready to be back on the market because you're so heartbroken? Why you can't be heartbroken? Stop acting like that. If I left you, you would be heartbroken.
Best way to mend a broken heart is get into some unbroken vagina.
No, it's not, because that's only gonna last you 5 minutes. What you doing after that with the rest of your day?
5 minutes.
I'm just the average person, not you, baby. You know. Come on, you a week's vacation. Not you.
No, like even if I was heartbroken, I would still have a party. I would still want to celebrate the end of a chapter.
You know how I know that's a lie for you specifically? You don't even like being around people.
Exactly, and now I have to put myself back into the world. So what better way than just rip the Band-Aid off?
I'm gonna show up.
No, you can't fucking show up.
Why?
Actually show up. So that any woman that's there thinking about it can match themselves and be like, am I at least her? Because if I'm not at least her, I have no chance.
I'm gonna be at your party getting everybody to laugh and have a great time. Because if I left you, your friends would understand.
Security.
No, they would be like, oh, damn, Kristen here is lit.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
You really underestimate how loyal my friends are.
Some of your friends are my friends, though.
How loyal my friends are.
Some of your friends were my friends before they was your friends.
How loyal my friends are.
Okay.
When people become here's the thing, you don't like keep up relationships. Except with
I do keep up relationships.
Except for the people that you're comfortable with. But like new relationships, any relationship 10 years or younger, You don't keep up with them like that.
Because I'm so busy.
No.
I'm so busy.
No.
I like being around my children and stuff like that. But that don't
No.
mean nothing. I think if I came there, I would be fun as fuck.
I think if you came there, I would get security.
You're not that fun, though.
100%.
You're not that fun.
I'm not supposed to be fun. It's a divorce party. I'm going to look sad.
Security would have a great time with me.
No, man.
Security? I'm going to do the electric slide with security.
I'm going to have security, and I'm going to be in the party looking sad, and everybody's going to be there trying to cheer me up. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's all right, man. Life still goes on.
Yeah, and I'm going to show up.
No. That's not how this works.
Why? It's so you free of me and like, okay, like now I know I'm free of her. Like I got to show up so you can be sure that you want to leave. Or that I left you. Like you don't want to try to win me back or nothing.
No, I'm not trying to win you back.
Why
If
not?
you left me,
Why are you not trying to?
I'm going to try to win you back.
Yeah, because you probably did something.
Nah, Jay don't chase.
That's not chasing.
Yes, it is.
It's not
If
chasing.
you left me,
I'm your wife.
you're walking away.
But I'm your
That's
wife.
me chasing you.
You've done something.
I didn't do nothing.
If I'm
Why?
leaving you,
That
there's
don't
a
mean-
you've done something to
No,
make me
if
leave
you're
you.
leaving me, there also I could have done something.
No, you
Or
probably did something.
I could have done something, or more realistically, maybe you've changed and I've changed and we've grown apart.
Well, if we grown apart, then you won't mind if I'm at your divorce party.
No, we've grown apart. You ain't gonna be at my divorce party. I don't know that person no more. That's why we're not married no more.
Well, you can get to know me. I could be like
Fuck
a new
you.
bitch. You don't want to meet me as a new bitch?
No,
Why?
I already had that pussy.
That's how you feel now? Is that how you feel? Because you got to have it every day. Is that how you feel now? That's incredible.
No,
That
man.
you would say such a thing to me.
What you mean?
Like, this is not the pussy that you married. So regardless, you going to already have that pussy.
Yeah,
And you don't care?
I'm locked in with that. But if we divorced, gotta explore.
Okay.
That's a problem?
I don't know. I just got mad at this imaginary divorce party. And I'm kind of pissed. So, whatever. Fuck. Do whatever you want to do.
Oh, man. Lenny Kravitz says he ain't had no buns in 9 years, man.
He said it's a spiritual thing.
Fuck that.
Why?
First of all.
Why? You know you can do other things that have nothing to do with sex.
Like what?
Be creative.
He is creative. He's been creative his whole life.
Deepen your family relationships. Find yourself. Heal your body.
That shit don't take all day.
Baby, yes it does.
You can still have sex in between all that.
No, what if you are like, if I concentrate on sex or think about sex being the end goal, I can't get all these other things done.
2015. What were you doing in 2015?
Man, I was fucking then. I was fucking because I was like, yeah, man, I was fucking in 2015.
Could you imagine that, this is the last dick I'm going to have for 9 years? Could you have imagined that if somebody came up to you and said, I want you to stop having sex for 9 years?
I would
so
have
you can
done
be
it.
on a spiritual journey.
I could have done it.
That's too long of a journey. I'm sorry.
I could do that. No problem. If I can't have sex with anybody else, that doesn't mean I can't masturbate.
Forrest Gump didn't even run for 9 years.
That doesn't mean
man.
I can't masturbate. I don't give a fuck about Forrest.
I don't think he says celibacy.
So nothing?
Nothing.
That's fine. Other things can fulfill you that aren't orgasms.
For 9 years?
Yeah.
Nah, son.
Or he's so busy, he's not even thinking about it.
Not what? He is Lenny fucking Kravitz, man.
What does that mean?
If I looked like Lenny Kravitz,
And he ain't had sex and not.
I wouldn't go 9 minutes.
Imagine the people that came in contact with Lenny Kravitz and wanted to fuck him.
And he said no. I don't believe that bullshit.
Why? He's older.
You know what?
He's lived a life.
You know what? Okay. He is one of those people that maybe sex with them is too much of a headache to get to. Like, you ever met somebody that was so, like,
He seemed like he practiced like Kama Sutra every single time.
So many rocks and all of that.
Did you say rocks?
Yeah,
like
man.
crystals and stuff in the room?
Yeah, like one of those people to where
you want to fuck in the grass all the time.
And you talk to them and you trying to get there and they want to know what your chakras is like before y'all fuck. Yeah, that's too much. I'm going home.
Yeah, they feel like the mattress steal your energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I gotta fuck on the earth.
Exactly. So I can see that if he has been turned down for 9 years because he want too much.
People they do this thing where they recharge their buttholes.
What?
They lay in the sun and they lift their butt to the sun and it recharges them through their butthole.
You getting fucked through the sun?
No, you're just literally sunbathing your butt and you charging. I'm not making this up.
You are making this up.
It sounds like I'm making it up.
You are definitely making it up.
But I'm not. It sounds like I'm not. They recharge their body. So he seems like one of those people that want to fuck in the sun all the time.
What does recharging your butthole do for you?
I don't know what it does.
Does it make your shits better?
I think it's like an energy thing. And the sun just goes through your ass.
Ain't that much energy out here, B.
You don't know what kind of energy it is. You never did it.
Nigga, get a Duracell.
You
put it in
never
your ass.
did
That's
that.
enough.
I think that's what he does. I think he does stuff like that. He recharges.
Listen,
outside.
If 9 years is real, which I don't think it is.
I think it's real.
If 9 years is real, then that tells us a lot about Lenny Kravitz.
I think it's real. A couple years ago, you probably wouldn't have thought that I was sober this long. That wouldn't have made sense to you.
Touche.
Yeah, but I've told myself that this is
you
what
ain't
I'm
made
doing.
it 9 years, nigga.
But still.
And honestly,
you don't know if I'm gonna make it a year, huh?
No, not even that.
Oh.
I could see you lasting 9 years without alcohol. I could see a lot of people lasting 9 years without alcohol. Sex? Nah, son.
Why?
Nah.
There are other things to do with your day.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. It's because you're an
What?
nothing.
I'm an empath.
No,
empath?
you're an addict. You're not an empath. That's not true at all.
I'm not an
But
empath?
Fuck no.
I got mad empathy.
No, you don't. But I think you're a sex addict. I said that before, and I think you are.
That makes me a sex addict because I don't understand 9 years.
No, it's other things too. But maybe
So I need to go celibate too.
you should go talk to Eric Benet. He got through it, right?
Who
Remember,
fucking
it was like a
knows?
thing that he was like a sex addict, and then
And then he probably got somebody that was an addict too.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
two birds, one stone. I guess.
The fuck?
I don't know.
Trying to change that?
Twitter announces that it is officially allowing adult content on the platform.
I think officially is the only thing that matters in that statement because they had mad adult.
Yeah.
I followed, man, listen, I had to get rid of some of my follows the way I was following adult.
Yeah, because the kids get your phone too much.
Not even the kids, man. Like you outside looking at Twitter just trying to find out what's going on in the world. And an ass pop up. And if it's a fat ass, you might look a little longer than you're supposed to in public. And yeah.
Yeah, like, I guess thanks for permission, if that's what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't
think that's
understand
exactly
what
it is.
changes.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. Everybody goes to Twitter to get their porn, right?
At least the start of your porn.
Especially when you live in a state like Virginia where you no longer have Pornhub.
Yeah, but you got XNX.
And then you got X videos.
X videos. Forgot about X videos. I've been trying to remember which one it was.
I forgot the other one, the one that you just said. I forgot that one. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a search engine isn't as good, but you find more ethnic porn on those sites.
Yeah.
But their search engine is way trash compared to like a Pornhub. But a Pornhub search engine is so mainstream pornish.
Yeah, that's what I don't really like mainstream porn like that.
Yeah. So that though it's it's a preference, man.
Yeah.
What you trying to get to that night? Let's see what else real quick. Oh yeah, speaking of sex. Newly transmitted fungal infection detected in NYC, the first case in the U.S. So,
new sexually transmitted fungal infection. Is that the ringworm one? Because I saw something about a ringworm.
It's a ringworm?
Yeah, it's a ringworm. I don't know. I just saw that.
You
like
get a
today.
ringworm probably on your pubic hairs or something. That's wild. That's wild. You got to put a penny on your pubics.
Ew.
That's wild.
You had a ringworm before?
No, never. My
You put a penny on it?
You put a penny on a ringworm.
I heard that
goes away.
when I was younger, I heard that you get to play in the sandbox. That's what I heard.
I heard that as well. Who had somebody? I think my brother might have had ringworms.
Yeah.
I think he got it from a student in class though.
Of course, it's always the kids.
Yeah, man, nasty ass kids.
Kids are nasty.
Get
as
away
fuck,
from
y'all.
kids.
Y'all
man.
don't have kids. Louisiana approves surgical castration option for sex crimes against children. That is
What's your thoughts?
wild, but also I can't say I'm mad. I don't know. It says currently there are people in prison in Louisiana for sex crimes against children younger than 13. If the bill becomes law, it can only be applied to those who have convicted of a crime that occurred on or after August 1st of this year. If an offender fails to appear or refuses to undergo surgical castration after a judge orders the procedure, good gracious, they could be hit with failure to comply charge and face an additional 3 to 5 years in prison based on the bill's language. You can read the rest. I got a cough.
I mean, that's basically all. You need some water and shit.
I don't know what's going on.
The legislation also stipulates that a medical expert must determine whether the offender is an appropriate candidate for the procedure before it's carried out. Yeah, man. Like,
How far do they cut down?
What you mean?
Like, what do you go to the bathroom out of? I don't know that much about dicks, how they work.
I don't know what a chemical castration really is, to tell you the truth. So let's look it up.
It says surgical castration.
Well, I know it's surgical, but I don't know exactly what it entails. I don't know if they're cutting something, if they're giving you something. Yeah, I don't know. Not that I have a problem with whatever it is. Surgical castration.
All you did was put in surge.
Oh yeah, surgical removal of the testicles or ovaries to stop the production of sex hormones.
Oh wow, you still have a dick.
Yeah, well, you got to pee. So.
Okay.
And I'm sure, but it says or ovaries, so it could be a male or a female. A lot of those students, a lot of those teachers that's fucking them students in Louisiana, that would be an option.
I think the only issue, and this is me just being a human, is that there's always complications with surgeries. Or not always, but there's always the risk of a complication with a surgery. And, you're undergoing a surgery. When your body, you could die.
Okay.
That's just being a human, but also don't fuck kids. So there's that.
Don't fuck with kids, period.
Yeah, at all. Don't do any of those things. So, again, I'm not entirely mad, but
Yeah, I'm not opposed.
I don't have a dick, so I don't know how this works.
Well, once again, I think it counts for women as well, though. A woman can
the
be,
ovaries, they can take the ovaries out. Yeah. So I don't.
Castrated.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not mad at all.
Yeah.
Hey. Damn, why is my machine moving all around? Let's go into things that have nothing to do with sex. Listen to this and tell me your thoughts afterward.
Okay.
All right? Here we go. Hold on. That didn't work right. Let's try this one more time. Listen to this.
I'm a fat, old, black-ass nigga. Looks matter. They matter. I just turned 40 this past March, and one of my biggest regrets is not realizing just how important looks are and how much your appearance matters in this world. Human beings are naturally superficial. It's a part of our biology. It's ingrained in us. We can't help it. We are biased toward treating people who look good better. It's just the facts of life. The faster you realize this and the faster you accept this, the better off you will be in the long run. There are a lot of aspects about yourself that you can't change, but the ones that you can, change them as quickly as possible while you are still young and you have the energy, the flexibility, the agility, the time, and the resources to really work on yourself and your appearance.
What do you think about that?
I think he's not wrong. Yeah, like we want to say that things are different, but unless you're like actively practicing that, because I'm one of those people.
Actively practicing what?
Just not being superficial.
Oh, okay.
I think people are naturally superficial.
Okay.
Like, you know me, you hate it. I think everybody is beautiful in a certain kind of way.
You know what? Speaking of that,
What?
I've decided that I don't see ugly people anymore. I don't think anyone is ugly anymore because we are all made in God's image.
Nah, I'm not buying that shit at all.
What?
Nah, I'm not buying that. What the fuck happened to you? What happened?
I was high.
You was so strong on it's ugly people out here.
I know.
And now all of a sudden, no one's ugly.
No.
You fight me every time I say someone is cute that you don't think is cute.
Yeah, because you be giving more points to people than deserve.
I think that there are people, I think that they might not be conventionally, like what the media is saying is attractive or what people are pushing in your face is attractive.
Nah, I don't think it's the media. Don't put that on them.
No, but I can look
at
at anyone and find something in them where I'm like, oh, it might not be my taste, like it's something I'm like my body is attracted to.
Right.
But I don't think that there are a shitload of ugly people, like the way that you are like, everybody ugly. I don't think that.
Nobody's ugly.
And I don't want you to keep going out here calling everybody ugly and then somebody pull that shit on me and be like, well, your wife, because I'll say some shit.
Well, I won't do that
I'm very
anymore.
reckless.
I won't do that anymore.
Because I didn't say
past. I don't think that anyone's ugly.
Yesterday? Your past is yesterday?
It was yesterday when I had this thought. I'm serious.
I don't believe you.
I'm dead ass.
I don't believe you. And I'm going to come back to this conversation.
No, I'm so serious.
I'm going to come back to it as quick as next week.
We are all made in his image, so no one's ugly.
I don't believe that shit one bit. You can't even hold yourself together right
Is
now.
Is ugly unattractive?
No, I think
those two words...
attraction is different.
Okay, so there could be unattractive people, right?
People, that's you not being attracted
You're right.
to them.
All right. So there's but there's no one that's ugly. No one is ugly.
Say the full sentence. So I just want to see what you believe and what you don't.
I'm still working on myself. There's no one that's ugly out here in this world.
All right. You're right.
No one is ugly.
You're right.
Might be some unattractive folks, but no one is ugly out here.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Hallelujah. You got something on your heart. Share it with the class.
Nah, I will not.
All right, cool. Yeah, I think that we are naturally superficial because it's the same thing as when like you just can't unlearn something.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I've talked about that before. Like you learn the alphabet, you can't learn the alphabet a different way. That's the way you learn the alphabet. Like it's hard to, you know what I mean?
No.
Like it's hard to unlearn things.
Okay.
You watch TV, you look at marketing and advertisements and all that shit, and you're used to this being the thing.
The standard?
The standard. Okay. You're used to this being pretty. You're used to this being ugly. You're used to this being... Okay, I guess I said you can't unlearn stuff. You can if you work towards it, but naturally you can't. Because I was looking at something the other day, and it was a TikTok about this girl that said that she always grew up being called like airy or ditzy or just not understanding things. And then she found out she was autistic. Look how all my stories come back to autism. But she found out she was autistic. And then she realized that things that if they're not literal, they don't make sense to her.
Okay.
So it's, you know how with some people that are on the spectrum, it's hard for them to understand not humor, but like sarcasm sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing. Like unless you're I've grown to understand that is a trait that can be associated with autism and not people aren't just all stupid.
Right.
People aren't just stupid. People aren't just weird. Like I've made myself understand that.
Okay.
So it's like with people that you feel like are unattractive.
Okay, but let's get to the meat of what he's saying. Looks matter. Do you agree with that statement?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I was getting to. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you can't, all this stuff has been pushed in your face. It's kind of embedded in you.
Right.
To think certain ways when it comes to looks.
Gotcha.
Unless you just grew up being like, everyone's beautiful, everything's amazing. Like, you know what I mean?
Did you grow up like that?
Kind of.
Okay.
I kind of grew up, I just grew up around a lot of different kinds of people. So I never was around.
That sound like
what?
some bullshit right there.
No.
A bunch of different type of people. They look different.
But what I'm saying, like all races, all genders, all ages, like everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I never like looked at one group of people and was like, this is what is beautiful and this is what is ugly. And then in the early 2000s, in the 90s and shit like that, all the music videos had light-skinned girls with long hair in them.
How has looks affected your life personally?
Because I think people think that I am different than
You
what,
are different.
And I'm not. I don't like when you say stuff.
What you mean?
I'm not out here like, man, I'm the baddest bitch. It's not like that. I think because I'm light-skinned, people used to think, this was when I was younger, they used to treat me differently and I could openly see the shit. And they would also think that I acted a certain way because they associated it with being like, oh, you this kind of person.
I get that.
And so I think that happens. It might happen a little bit now, but it happened a lot when I was younger. But I'm older now. I understand how shit works. So I think that's mainly it. Like I knew that people treated me differently or they were shocked when I acted a certain way. Like I'm weird as fuck. I'm nice to everybody. I don't give a fuck unless you really did something that pisses me off. But I think people assumed I wasn't that person.
I got you. That's
which is stupid. I never looked at other people like that. So I was always confused when I was younger. You know how people are like, y'all like light skin privilege or whatever the fuck. I get it, whatever. But when I was younger, I didn't understand things. But looking back on it, I'm like, oh yeah, nah. People was definitely treating me completely different.
Giving you different things that you didn't deserve.
I deserve everything that I work for.
No, don't say
what the fuck
that.
is you talking about?
Don't say that, man.
And it's hard for me to know if I didn't deserve something because so I don't even know.
That's honest. That is very honest though.
Yeah. It's hard for me to know.
Honest.
I don't know. I got shit. I mean, I didn't get shit too. But I mean, I got shit, but I just always believed I was talented. I think I am talented.
Well, not so much talent. No, not so much talent.
I was winning contests and shit back then.
Oh, wait. Okay.
I got most likely to be famous in high school, and I'm going to say that shit every time anybody asks me.
But I think that has more to do with your personality than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think that had anything to do with your
But that's what
looks.
I'm saying. Is my personality great? Or were they just giving me shit just to give me shit?
It's great for your type of person.
I don't even know what the fuck that means. No, but
the way you look is like, oh my God, she has a personality. I'm shocked.
I don't know. I don't think so. Because I just, I don't look at myself like that at all.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't. And that's what's up. But yeah, looks do matter. Looks do matter.
I guess it affects you more when you look at it. Like, I just always have grown up and just been like, I've seen so many different types of people. I don't have.
Because looks matter, he was saying that you should do what you can to change your appearance, basically.
But
do you agree with that?
But that's also the problem. Like, what are you changing your appearance to?
Because looks matter.
But what are you changing it to?
More fit, more put together, better clothing, hairstyles better, all that.
I think confidence has a lot to do.
Yeah,
but
if it matters. I remember I was trying out for American Idol, one of the first years they ever did it.
Man, you old as fuck.
Fuck you.
One of the first years, goddamn.
And
I'm sorry.
Whatever.
Damn.
Man. I made it to like the third round.
That's okay, because Fantasia's like your age, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay. That's not bad.
Matter of fact, it might have been the year that Fantasia tried out.
Fuck, man, you old as shit.
And there was this guy that was there, and I didn't even know he was performing because he literally, and I don't mean this in any derogatory way, he looked like a homeless man. Like just his whole look. He just looked homeless. And during the waiting to try out, everybody was like clicking up, so to speak, in their parts of the line and everything, and singing and just performing. Yeah. And he came into this group that I was in, and he started singing. This man had the voice of an angel. I just knew whether I get on the show or not, he's going to be up there. And he did not make it. He even make it to the tryouts, to the live tryouts on TV. And I was completely shocked. And I always thought it had to be his look, because he looked homeless. It had to be. And that's before, a lot of the, not the gimmick, so to speak, but he didn't look gimmicky.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
He just looked like a regular dude.
Right. So, I always thought it was because of his looks. I can remember times where I've placed number 2 a lot of times, and it was like, it's because of my looks. Mostly because of my locks, but also weight and all that.
I was about to say, might be a lot.
Yeah, like I remember that. Not so much like,
especially
as years
then,
went
they
by.
was not fucking with no.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I think that looks play a big part. I know I made a decision not to change my hairstyle ever for anybody. Even when it was suggested for me to do that a couple of times by different people. Different people in the industry and all that. Like, nah, you should change your hair. I'm like, nah, B, I'm good.
But I do think that confidence plays a role in a lot of things, because people, like, I just think more people they're integrating more varieties of people.
Yeah, I think now personality and confidence plays a huge role, especially because it seems like now we kind of have the ability to make someone a star in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because of social media.
Right. But I still think that there is you might swipe away from somebody because of a certain way they look.
Yeah, but that's also preference. Like, we can't act like people can't have preferences.
No, but while there might be preferences, there are a lot of times standards isn't the word, but things that you're used to seeing, so to speak.
Yeah, you have your things that you're attracted to. That's part of why online dating may not be the best thing, because when you meet someone in person, a lot of people end up with people that they never thought they would have been with. You start having personalities attached to people, and you start having conversations, and you have more things in common instead of just judging them from the first thing that you fucking see. Like, I think what he's saying is valid, but I think in 2024 it's just not as relevant.
I don't know, man.
I think
it's especially, honestly.
I'm not saying it's not relevant at all.
Especially in the workplace.
I'm not saying it's not relevant at all. I'm saying it's not as relevant because there are so many other ways to get yourself across.
Right. But I think it's easier and faster given your appearance. If you have a great appearance, I think you receive things easier, faster, and in a lot of ways, you receive a lot of different looks that you might have not received before. And I'm not talking about entertainment. I'm just talking about everyday life.
No, I understand that. But I don't think his solution to be like, just go ahead and change everything about you. Like, keep yourself up as a human. Like, be clean, present yourself, like, well, but like, changing shit to me just seems like be comfortable with who you are.
Yeah, but
you telling people not to like who they are.
In a way, and I'm not fighting for or against what he said, but in a way, I think that changing yourself is making life easier for yourself.
I think I can make I feel like, I don't know. I think
take it off for you a little bit.
I'm taking it off me. Okay. I just feel like a person with. Now, I mean, you have certain things. Like, we just had the lady out here in VA who applied for a condo and made the down payment and everything, and then the seller found out she was black and then rescinded the offer. Which is,
I mean, you can't change your color.
Yeah, there are those things there, and I understand that, but I just hate the idea of having to change who you are. Like, I don't know, man. Like, what your color, you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, but I think everything else outside of that, you can.
But what are you changing it to?
A more acceptable look.
So what is the more acceptable look?
Depends on what you're changing.
Do you if you black, you want us to be white now?
Nah. Might be, clothing. Might be clothing choice. Might be weight loss. Might be weight gain. Might be
I don't know.
Might be hairstyle. Might be a lot of things.
I'm just such a champion of people being themselves.
As am I.
Because like me and you are odd.
I remember my homegirl that we're
odd people.
We are very
odd. You know
what I mean? But we are in a personality driven industry in a lot of ways. So I think sometimes that comes off.
I just think you should do enough to get whatever you want.
You can make people laugh through my looks.
Baby, you are cute. Stop doing that.
My homegirl, I remember her telling me that, we were having a heart-to-heart, and she was telling me that she was told by one of her bosses that she should change her whole thing. She should lose some weight. She should change her clothing and all of that.
What was her job?
She worked in the film industry.
Oh. Okay.
I think you were there, as a matter of fact.
I didn't know who we were talking about, but okay,
yeah.
But she don't even work in front of the camera,
right? And that was remember, that was the first thing that we said.
Yeah, like what the fuck are you talking about?
But they were still on that shit. And she said when she started losing weight and changing up like her clothing when she wore to work and all of that, like they were a lot more accepting of her. And giving her a leg up.
I understand it does happen. I'm not saying that the world is going to be perfect if you just decide to be yourself. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that at all. I just am such a champion of people succeeding while being themselves and not having to be made in somebody else's image.
Because nobody's ugly because of God.
You got to stop.
No, just...
The more you say it, I don't believe you.
I believe
when I say it, I mean it.
I mean it.
No, you don't.
Stop telling me what I mean.
I know you.
No, I mean it.
Why are you so loud?
Because I need you to understand.
You talk a little quieter if you meant it, because you don't feel like you need to prove yourself.
I gotta prove myself because of my track record.
You talking like somebody that don't feel it at all.
No, I feel it in my bones.
You saying it with your radio voice. That's very fake. Like you don't believe that shit.
Oh my God.
But regardless, I just be yourself. I understand it's easier said than done, but it's just it's hard out here, man.
Hard out here for
it's hard out here for everybody, man.
Yeah. Let's see.
Maybe not everybody, but you get it.
We kind of talked about this earlier.
No, we didn't. Dr. Pepper?
No, not Dr. I wasn't going to bring that one up next.
Okay.
But you already said it, so go ahead.
Dr. Pepper surpasses Pepsi as the second biggest soda in a what?
In America. After Coca-Cola.
After Coca-Cola.
I believe that. Dr. Pepper is fucking delicious.
I grew up in a Pepsi household.
I grew up
in a Diet Pepsi household.
See, it's weird because even though I grew up in my parents' house, I was always at my neighbor's house like 24/7. So I don't remember who drank the Coca-Cola. I think my neighbor drank the Pepsi, and that's the one I fell in love with.
My mom was on Diet Pepsi hard. I used to love root beer.
I hate root beer.
But I never thought to get Dr. Pepper. I just never thought about it.
Really? Dr. Pepper is fucking amazing.
Never thought about it. Like, I know I liked it. I just never thought about it.
I love Dr. Pepper.
I mean, I guess congratulations or something.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. What I was talking about before you read.
Oh, my bad.
Was Method Man saying that it was his last time he was going to be at Summer Jam.
I get it.
Because of the generation gap is too wide for him.
That's fine. That's fine.
Completely understand that.
The people now they're what, early 20s and stuff.
Yeah,
they wasn't there when they weren't there during the hype Method Man and Redman era. They just know that Method Man is fine as hell and he on power.
They like, oh, he got songs.
Yeah, man, he a musician too. That's crazy. They wasn't there for Wu-Tang. Like Wu-Tang is like a cult favorite, but like they didn't really know.
Nah, that's
you know
true.
what I mean? They just liked the shirts because they got the W on it that I used to draw in school. I used to draw that shit on paper in school along with the little S's. You remember the S's? Would you do the 3 lines on the top and 3 lines on the bottom?
The dollar sign?
That's what it was. It was money. I've been broke for a long time. I've been broke for a while. God damn, I never knew.
You know the S's.
I just like this S nice. I can draw the S. Watch.
Oh, that's funny.
But
That's
I
funny.
understand that. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that either. Like, go where you're celebrated.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad he felt that.
Yeah.
Nah, whatever. Revolt has. You put this in the.
They changed their leadership structure by allowing the employees to be the owners.
Yeah.
To be part owners. Man, they are really trying to. They saying,
separate themselves.
Diddy sold his shares, and now we all own it. So we don't have a boss. It's us. Like,
I mean, you still got a boss.
It's a great rebrand. It's great. I understand what they're trying to do.
Do you think it's going to work?
Why wouldn't it work? Didn't they try to do that with Tidal though, and it didn't really? I don't know if it was as successful.
I don't know.
Is Tidal still around? Am I stupid?
No, Tidal is still around.
It is?
Yeah, I don't hear anybody talking about Tidal. It though.
And with all those people that were supposed to be part owners, you would think that you would have heard about it.
Which I still think they are part owners.
Yeah,
but I think because of the way it came out, I think a lot of people were turned off by it. Well, I know a lot of people were turned off by it.
Yeah.
And consequently, I'm sure they kept their shares, but at the end of the day, they decided to not put themselves in the forefront of the Tidal.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anybody still got Tidal, but I mean, I guess good for them.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about something that we were talking about yesterday, and I want to see if you still think that these are the three.
Okay.
Or maybe if you could think of two more. We were talking about, this was random. Also,
wait, is this something that you asked? Should it be whatchamacallit?
Yeah.
Nah, save that.
You want to save it?
Fine. We can talk about it. Fuck it.
Because I don't think you can find three more.
I might. All right.
I don't think you can find three more. We was having this conversation on live, and we were high. So that was the thing.
No, this is a conversation after live. We were watching.
But we were high, and that was a thing that
this brings us into what we're watching.
Okay, go ahead.
We actually watched a lot of things the last couple of days.
Yeah, man, that's what happens when shows get canceled.
I am two shows behind on Dark Matter, but I did it on purpose because it's so good. I wanted to watch 2 episodes back to back. So I have to watch Dark Matter today. Also, the NBA Finals starts today. Boston and Dallas. Who's going to win? Who knows? I honestly got Dallas in 6. That's just my prediction. But Kristaps Porzingis, KP. If he comes back healthy, then Dallas is going to have a big problem out there. So I think Dallas in 6, provided that KP isn't at 100%. I think it would be dope if Jason Tatum and Boston was to win their first title, but at the same time, fuck Boston every day. Fuck Boston. But Dallas, I really want Kyrie and Luka to win another one. More so Kyrie, after all the shit he's been through over the last couple of years. I think this is a great redemption story for him. And it just, for me, it feels better to have him win that. But regardless, I think it's going to be a really good finals. The matchup itself, I'm not really sure how it's going to be. I still haven't worked that out in my mind, but I'm hoping that it's a great matchup between teams. But yeah, that starts out this Thursday, the NBA Finals, and I'll be watching, and every time we have a pod, I'll be talking about it until the end of it, which is only 2 weeks, but whatever. But yeah, we ended up watching The View last night, and they actually had the 30th anniversary of Sister Act 2.
Yeah.
They brought back some of the students, some of the co-stars in the movie. Yeah.
It was so cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie. That is one of my favorite movies.
30.
What?
36. Your
30.
question.
My question?
Yeah, that just came up. 36. Continue.
Oh. Yeah, I was wondering damn, you just fucked me up by answering my question in the middle of my thought. I can't do that.
My bad.
It's one of my favorite movies ever. I know that movie from top to bottom. So it was so cool seeing all of them up there.
It really was.
Even Jennifer Love Hewitt called in. I saw a lot of people saying Lauryn Hill had 30 years and she still couldn't make it on time to that. And that was fucked up. Don't do that.
That's hilarious.
I
yo.
didn't know that she's Tanya Trotter now, I believe, but her name used to be Tanya Blount, who also sang His Eyes on the Sparrow with her. I didn't know she's in this group called the Warren Treaty with her husband.
Yeah.
And they were just nominated for Grammy for New Artists. I didn't even know who they were because when I saw them as new artists, I was like, oh, who's that?
Yeah.
But I didn't know who they were. I didn't know that was her. And she sang the shit out of that song.
She did.
Oh, my God.
She did.
We're talking about on The View. I mean, yes, on the movie. But she sang, was it Joyful, Joyful she sang?
Yeah,
she sang Joyful, Joyful on The View.
Joyful, joy.
She sang the shit out to the point. I mean, Whoopi was giggling. Whoopi was crying. I don't see Whoopi.
God.
Whoopi don't cry. I don't ever see Whoopi cry. Whoopi
voice,
was yeah.
Like gave me chills.
It was. I mean, it gave you chills in the movie because it was like it was good, but man, her grown woman voice.
That's what it was. It was that grown woman voice hearing that song.
Oh my God!
Even though what's his name's grown man voice didn't give the same feels.
It's okay. Whatever. I think Ryan has been out of commission for a while. He was Kamal. Was that his name? Ahmad.
Yeah.
It is Ahmad. You was trying to figure out if that's right.
I think Amal.
Amal.
I think it was Amal.
Amal. It might have been. I think it was Amal. It might be.
Yeah.
Damn, you make it. I don't want to get that wrong. I love this movie. I don't want to get. But he been writing music for people. He been going through things. His R&B Money episode is really good. I listened to it, and he's been going through a lot of shit.
Okay.
But it was just the nostalgia of having them up there. I did not see Frank A. Hey Ho, and I had an attitude.
Yeah, I did too. I wanted to see Frank A.
Frank A. Hey Ho. I wanted to see him.
Yeah.
But it was just cool. It was just cool to watch really everybody. Cool. But 30 years is a long time.
It is, man. And seeing how everybody just has aged and, some looked great, some looked aged and, but it was so good to see them all there. I love how they allow each student that was there to have their own little story. Yeah, which was really dope. And they painted Whoopi to be such this generous person, man.
Forever, but I've always heard good things about.
Yeah.
I've always heard good things about Whoopi, so.
Yeah, man. So it was a really good watch. You should definitely check that out. But what was your question in pertaining to that?
I don't remember what my question was.
You were saying Sister Act 2. Okay, fuck it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
You don't know how to.
So we were talking about Sister Act 2 being one of the greatest sequel of all time.
I didn't say the
but there are more great sequels.
Yeah.
There are more. So we were trying to list them. I think that Sister Act 2.
Not only the greatest sequel, but a movie that not only stood up to the original, but was even better than the original.
Some people will say that Sister Act 1 is better than Sister Act 2. But
who
most
says
people,
that?
Some people do say that.
What people? My grandma?
People.
She don't count.
People do.
She can't remember.
But you gotta leave her alone. That's fucked up. She going through it. But something that is such a cult classic that you forget that it's the second one.
Right.
Sister Act 2 is definitely one of those.
Definitely. I said Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Terminator 2 was one of those.
I said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Secret of the Ooze.
Secret of the motherfucking Ooze. Don't you ever forget it.
I said that.
I can recite that movie from beginning to end.
Do you think there's any more, though?
Number two. Movies with a number 2.
Because you always have that curse.
Yeah,
I started thinking of like the Bad Boys and the Fridays and all that stuff too.
Bad Boys 2 might be.
You think Bad Boys 2 is better than Bad Boys 1?
I think so.
You think so?
Most definitely.
Maybe.
Most definitely.
Maybe.
Bad Boys 2 is definitely better than Bad Boys 1.
Okay.
Now it's a little unfair.
It's nostalgia.
Not only that, it's a little unfair with Bad Boys 2 because it was like 10, 15 years later. They had hella money, you know what I mean? So the production value went way up.
They had the dude from Selena in it.
Yeah.
He was a cop, a detective or whatever.
Was he in 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The only thing about Bad Boys 2, if I have any knock against Bad Boys 2, is that to me it's slightly too long.
Okay.
It's slightly too long.
I
to
heard
me.
this new one is incredible, so I really want
I'm
to see
pretty
it.
sure.
Yeah.
Like all the bad boys are incredible.
Yeah.
Like it's just an amazing franchise. But yeah,
As far as like cult classics, I think those 3 stick out. I can't think of any more that are like that, and I know somebody's gonna tell us one.
do stand-ups count? Stand-up?
No,
Okay.
no, we talking about regular movie cult
Okay.
classics.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah,
Because I was going to say
because stand-ups aren't necessarily
part 2s.
Yeah,
I get
unless you're Ali Sadiq, where it's like a continuous story,
Ali
and that's what
Sadiq.
you was gonna say.
Hey.
I know, but
Yeah.
no, it's just the movies. But I remember more of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 than anything.
Any of them, yeah.
Than anything. But you remember everything. So.
Let me see. What else? Another movie that's a part 2 that's better than the original, or at least stands up to the original.
Mm-hmm. What about you and your Back to the Future love?
Back to the Ooh.
But I don't know if it's cult classic like those. You got to think about it being
that's a hard one.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Only because that's a hard one.
Yeah, you got to think about it like this is the one that stands out.
Because that setup on Back to the Future 1 really sets the stage for everything. It's because Back to the Future 1 is so good, it's the only reason that Back to the Future 2 stands up to where it's at.
Okay.
I was going to say Star Wars.
No, I don't know.
But no, I don't think that either. I think
those
three.
are the 3. I think those are the
might
top
be the 3.
Yeah, those are undeniably incredible sequels where you're like, this is the one that I reminisce back to.
Yeah. No, those might be the 3, man.
Damn.
What else did we watch? You watched Apple Never Falls.
Yeah, the Apple Never Falls. It's on Peacock.
Apples Never Fall.
Apples Never Fall. That's what it is. I'm still trying to get into it. I like something that is suspenseful and there's a mystery, but it's like a family mystery. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it.
It feels slow every time I walk into the room.
It is kind of slow. I think it's going slower because I'm still kind of confused about it.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm on like episode 3, and now they're telling the story of each of the kids and how they could have been involved in their mother's disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a little confusing to me, and it's probably one of those things that's going to wrap up when at the end I'm going to be like, oh, that was so good. You know what I mean?
Right.
But right now I'm just watching it because I enjoy things like that, but it's not pulling me in the way I thought it was going to. But yeah, I mean, I'm watching that. What else did we watch?
We watched Dancing with the Devil.
That TikTok shit.
Yeah.
If y'all have not watched that TikTok, it is different than what I thought it was going to be.
I wasn't going to watch it because of what I thought it was going to be.
Just a dance documentary, like the TikTok dancers.
Yeah.
And then it turned into some cult shit. And I was like, what?
Made me think.
What? Spoiler alert, though, if you haven't seen it, because I'm probably going to tell some of it. But, like, basically, it's about, you should still watch it and make your own assumption, but it's about.
Are you going to really ruin it?
What do you.
I'm asking.
I
didn't see the beginning part, and you say you might as a spoiler alert, so I'm like.
I'm talking about for people that haven't seen it because I didn't know what it was about until I started watching it.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was just about dancing and TikTok. I'm not going to give the whole thing away because you kind of have to watch it to see what ends up happening.
Mm-hmm.
But even though one of the girls released a video.
Okay.
So it's basically in a nutshell about these TikTok dancers that you see all over. If you're on TikTok at all, they've probably come across your timeline at some point. If you've liked a dance video, it's probably been across there.
Which I never have, so.
But some of these dancers were like, So You Think You Dance? They were on all kinds of stuff. I watch stuff like that, but it's these really big, like millions of followers TikTok stars that basically ended up getting involved in what is a cult, like a religious cult, and it kind of fueled their content, their lifestyle, and all this other stuff, but it ends up being like some sort of religious cult. And you could watch it and be like, oh, it's probably nothing. Like they're just saying stuff. And then you end up finding out about these sisters that were previously involved in the cult, and they had no idea that he was still at it. You saw the sisters.
I know.
But no, that doesn't tell the story.
Okay.
Because you don't know what happens. Because they're just following like discovering why they thought it was a cult and all this other stuff. And there's way more to the story, but you gotta watch it because I just thought it was just about dancers on TikTok. I didn't know it was that deep.
I thought the same thing, and once I started watching, I'm like, oh, this shit is pretty good.
It is intense.
It's really good.
Yeah, and one of the dancers released a statement recently, like the video was on TMZ and stuff like that. But it's you can watch it and figure it out for yourself, but it's good.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I liked it. I'm very interested in cults now.
I don't think that's something you should just,
No, I am. It's amazing to me how people like get into cults, and I'm more so interested in cult leaders. Like, what are these people doing? What is it about their personalities that are really drawing them in? Now, religious cults, a big part of it is religion itself. So I understand that part, but just cults in general, I'm really interested in it.
It interests me when people that have already had established successful lives that aren't going through any trauma end up in a cult.
I think sometimes success is a trauma in its own.
Well, yeah, I guess fighting for success or trying to...
being successful.
Yeah, being successful, trying to get successful. And then you get into a space like this where there's money, there's... views, there's whatever, and you're like, oh, this is where I should be. And some people don't know they're in a cult until they get out the cult.
Yeah, for real. For real, that's another part.
Yeah.
That's another part.
Because there was there was a dancer up there that I had seen before, and his whole attitude seemed like someone that wouldn't have been tricked into getting to a cult.
Yeah, he was funny.
Because once he realized that he was talking about almost like, what the fuck is wrong with these niggas?
Yeah.
But he was in it. And you could kind of, like, I get interested about people like that, where I'm like, how did that even happen?
How did it happen to you? Yeah.
So.
We also watched the first 2 episodes of Clipped.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's okay so far. I think that the preview for the next few episodes make it look like it's going to be really good.
Yeah. That's it's basically about
V. Stiviano.
Well, Donald Sterling, right?
Yeah.
Donald Sterling, he used to be the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers, and then it came out that he was a racist, and a big racist.
Wow, racist.
Yeah, hell yeah. And from there, there was just this whole big thing. So the main characters are Doc Rivers, played by Lawrence Fishburne, which is wild because after seeing Doc Rivers play him, seeing Lawrence Fishburne play him, it's like, who the hell would have played him?
If y'all would have told me he was playing him before, I wouldn't have seen it.
But
I wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah, now you can't unsee it.
Yeah.
You cannot unsee it.
And Ed O'Neill.
Ed O'Neill is in there playing Donald Sterling, which can't unsee that either.
And it's making me mad because I love him.
He was Al Bundy. He was dude from Modern Family.
He was incredible, but he's great in this.
He's a great Donald Sterling
He's a great
racist.
He's
great.
A1 top
racist.
tier racist. Top tier. Every time he says something, I'm waiting for him to break out and start laughing, and he does not do it. He is so good.
But hell yeah, really good show.
Yeah, I think it has the potential to be really good. I'm still like, watching
still getting into it. Yeah, still getting into it. It has me hooked for another 2 episodes.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch more.
Yeah. And I watched the first episode of The Acolyte.
Was it 1 episode? I thought we watched 2.
It was 2 episodes. I only watched 1.
Oh,
because once it ended, I was like, oh yeah, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, they got new color lightsabers that they ain't never had before.
He's like, they ain't never had no yellow lightsaber.
I was like, oh shit, this is different. But it's really dope. If you are a Star Wars fan, you're going to love this. If you're not a Star Wars fan, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna love it.
Amanda Stenberg is the lead.
Yeah.
Who I love.
Yeah.
So I think
really good. I think it's not a mystery because of the way the first episode ended, but it's definitely a really good watch after just the first episode.
And I'm not a Star Wars person. Y'all should know that by now. I don't know enough. So it's good.
Even though she got Star Wars babies.
I do. I got babies born on May 4th. But what the fuck does that have to do with me?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Right. We skipped this last week. Do you want to do it this week?
You want to?
Not really.
Okay, we can
save this for next week, and we're definitely going to do it next week.
Okay.
It's a listener question, and if you have a listener question out there, it could be about anything. It could be about relationships. It could be about life, whatever. Hit us up on our socials. DM of course. You don't have to put your listener question up there. We keep you confidential, and we make sure that we get your question out there, and we answer it to the best of our ability. Even though Kristen,
I don't give advice.
there we go.
Don't listen to me ever.
Yeah,
please.
man. But you can hit us up there, or you can hit us up on in our email at andthenwepod@gmail.com. So that's about it, man.
That's about it. Make sure you get your tickets for the tour. Again, Cleveland is canceled.
Yes.
But just get the tickets for the rest of the tour and spread the word if you can. If you want to, we would love it. That would be great. But for those that we are going to see, we'll be in Chicago.
Yeah, definitely
on
be in
Saturday.
Chicago. Yep.
So we will see you on Chicago. But yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's pretty much it.
Word. So with that being said, and then we have Sex and So Should You. Thanks for listening.
Bye.